Test. I hear us, Greg.
Yes.
Testing, testing.
We good? All right. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for baseball.
Here we go.
We are currently live, so.
Are we? All right. I love it. Sure.
Trust me, I know Chris well enough not to get here. I gotta keep these knucklehead kids. I love them.
Greg, were you talking to the mic real quick? Just chatting to the mic for a second.
1, 2, 1, 2.
No, that's not it.
All right, we're not as warm as it should be.
No.
It's about 10 degrees. But we're still here for baseball. The short deserves a shout out. We've had Walsingham, St. Chris, Walsingham, Benedictine, and the Miller School for Saturday baseball.
Well, Greg, I guess we can't hear each other, which makes it kind of silly that we have the earphone. We'll just have to talk loud to each other, Greg.
All right. Tori had some noise reduction. She found some noise reduction action. So, Tori, if you're watching the stream, tell
Thank
us.
you.
Because we expect upwards of, 23,000 people at the game.
I don't know if we can hold that many fans in our facilities. I think we only seat 22,000. Is that correct, Greg?
Standing remotely out here today. Glad of, I think they sold some seats at a school's house over by the pool. At the Arizona Stadium.
That's right.
Watch.
Where's the big slide? That's Arizona, right? Or is that Texas? It has the giant slide in center field.
That's Milwaukee.
Well, that is Milwaukee.
That's the Brew Crew.
Yeah, Arizona has the hot tub in like right center.
All right, Dolphins 11-3. Let's see. Ranked 3 in the state.
Benedictine's 4.
Benedictine Cadets, yes.
Number 4, 2 points behind the Dolphins in the state rankings.
St. Chris 1, Miller 2. And this guy, Benedictine, is clearly not the right Benedictine because they're not playing Bishop England in Charleston today.
No, this Benedictine team is ranked number 4 in the state, just 2 points behind the Dolphins.
So big chance head-to-head. They're out of conference prep league. I think St. Chris is right now the top in the prep league, but I am going to find them on Game Changer and get some fun stats. They're not the Bengals. They're not the University Eagles.
Cincinnati.
Certainly more than 1-0. Traditional powerhouse in the state. I think the last time the Dolphins had the opportunity to go to the state tournament was 2 years ago, as we didn't have a season last year, and that meant the season came to a crashing halt at the hands of Benedictine. And if you're telling me correctly, the young man in center field hit the ball that still hasn't come down from that game. That was a pop.
Yeah, you know what? We were neck and neck with four innings. Just turned it on.
They won the state championship that year.
Made it better to lose to them. They also got us the year before that too.
In the quarters. Yeah.
Been chasing them the last 3 years.
So these 4-time state champion Benedictine cadets, again, I'd say reigning state champions because they did not have a chance in 2020 to defend the state title. Baseball, much like the Cape Henry roster, this roster will have lots of men with aspirations to play beyond high school. I'm sure quite a few do. Fortunately, I can't seem to find much on their record. After us, they're going to play Walsingham, and then Trinity, which is a crosstown rival in the prep league for them. Step out of conference against Fuqua, and then play Woodbury Forest a couple times. So if we get a record, see what I can do. I do believe played St. Christopher's. That's a big time baseball rivalry up there in the Richmond area. They played St. Chris earlier this year. I believe that it's a tough loss for them. That's a big charity rivalry game they have every year up there in the Richmond area. So a little chillier than it's been last couple weeks. Benedictine in the field right now taking their warm-ups. Cape's taking the field already. It looks like junior Justin Philbrick's going to take the mound for the Dolphins. He pitched on Wednesday. Pitched well, got the win over Atlantic Shores. 3-1, and he pitched a solid 4 innings. Efficient 4 innings, too. field action. Slick field and
About 10 minutes till first pitch, Greg.
I think their only loss in the prep league is St. Chris. And based on those state rankings, there's a bit of a jump then after 4 Benedictine down to 5 Collegiate. I think it was 17, 18 votes. So I don't know how how officially they tally that, but one would presume with the Dolphin win today, they solidified an excellent opportunity to lock in a top 4 seed, which is nice.
Should
quarters and an extra bye game.
top 4 seed is so important because they get a home game.
Home game and to not have to play that 5-12 game while they'll be favored. That 5-12 game means you have to play Saturday. So your path to the state championship is Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and you may run out of arms. Plus, getting anybody here would be fun as opposed to having this group of guys have to go to Northern Virginia.
Yeah, last year or 2 years ago, what was it? Going up to
O'Connell?
Bishop O'Connell.
Which, fun trip. I've taken those trips with the lacrosse team. That time of year, you're typically missing an AP exam to drive 7 hours to play a 2-hour game. So,
But I'll tell you, that was one of the greatest finishes of a game I've ever seen in person.
I would say that the young man I know well on the Cape Henry baseball team, despite watching all 7 innings of that game, would tell you it's probably his favorite to date Cape Henry sports moment on the team he was on. That was a throw him out, a double play, right? A sac fly. Attempted sac fly we advanced to the state semifinals on a great throw from a senior captain to the plate.
Yeah, it was Alex Genescoli.
Yeah.
Right to Dane Hoggard. Perfect throw, perfect tag. Cape Henry advanced.
On the road, too.
Yeah, Aiden Cool also pitched an outstanding game that day, as he did all year.
Aiden Cool.
Currently pitching at Roanoke.
At Roanoke, yes.
Uh-huh.
Big right-hander. I actually saw he's got a brother here in the middle school. He's also got another brother who I believe is at Ocean Lakes, maybe?
I don't know.
He pitched the other day against Cox and pitched really, really well.
That's Max. Max Cool, right? Would have been nice to see him in red. Hopefully he's listening.
It would. It's a shame. I believe we saw another, we had a house divided here the other day. Connor Garrison's sister is a very, very good soccer player for so we had a fun rivalry week against our rivals. Won some, lost some. We'll talk about the wins. Got him in baseball yesterday, 10-2. Got him in girls soccer, 2-0. They won the lacrosse battle this year, girls and boys lacrosse battle. And we'll be mature. They got us in golf, too. Former Cape Henry golfer and super student Miller Carr got us.
He had a heck of an outing, too. I think he shot a 34, 35 that day.
I will say this about former Dolphin Miller Carr. I cut through some streets in the north end to avoid some traffic, and whether it's raining in 45 or sunny in 145, that kid has got a golf club in his hand.
Well, that's probably why he's as good as he is.
Yep. Love to see it. Would look better in red, but... And I don't know, track is, we'll have to settle that at another time. We need an equalizer. We should keep a tally. We should start a cup every year. And whoever wins the most varsity games, count all the fall, winter, and spring sports.
That would be kind of fun. They do that in the college ranks. What's that? Not the Capital Cup. It's I forget what they call it, but whatever college has the most wins at the end of the season.
Yeah. So we just do it. What we'd have? Let's see. We'd have because you could do cross country, boys soccer, field hockey,
Tennis,
basketball, wrestling,
swim,
winter track, questionable.
Well, they also have a dive team. We do not.
If we don't field the team, they can't win. I gotta find. We have an equestrian team. Yeah. You can't just make up teams. We're gonna start a water polo club.
They'd probably have one right after us too.
But that would be fun because it could give. It might come down to who wins the softball match. Maybe that brings more folks to that game. Would be fun. So I'm gonna reach out to their dean of students and say we're doing this.
That would be a fun little way to solidify the
We gotta
rivalry.
present the cup.
Exactly, a friendly rivalry.
All right, I'm in. It's happening. What can we call it?
Well, I guess half their campus is still in Virginia Beach,
It
right?
could be the Virginia Beach Cup. Although they probably don't want to call it that.
No. I mean, I think like a portion of their baseball field is in Virginia Beach. The rest is in Norfolk.
Yeah, it's the 757 Cup. We're compelled to let everybody play with us, and then it's just a TCIS. So.
Old friend of mine, Blake Whited, once hit a ball from Norfolk into Virginia Beach on that field.
That would be fun to do.
It was quite the shot.
I want to put a field at the state line down by Pungo and hit balls from Virginia into Carolina.
We'll have to get Cooper up there too.
Good. He could field it. My dad hit one in Virginia that landed in North Carolina. All right, so
So we watch
final
Rusty
prep
Hummel.
work on the field. Kudos to the Cape Henry maintenance and field crew. This place looks unbelievable this spring. The baseball diamond's in great shape. The soccer field could host a British Premier League match.
Giving the fans a wide view of the field right now.
Love it.
You can see the pattern in the outfield. Thank you to Nat Adelit for all he does for our facilities, and Ed Faubert.
So we got Benedictine in green. Dolphins in the home red. Dolphins 2-0 this week. 11-3 overall. Sitting with only one loss in the conference and stepping out of conference today, but they'll jump right back in. Huge game here on Tuesday against Greenbrier Christian, and then a game Wednesday to finish the TCIS season out at the Stewart School. So we'll take it one game at a time, but chance to accomplish, I think, a lot of team goals in the next week. And fun to think that in 21 days we'll crown a state champion in the state of Virginia for baseball, and it hasn't happened since 2019. So exciting.
Let's hope that's the Dolphins.
It'd be awesome. I think I heard a lot of the guys what the goal was for 2020, one game further than they went in 2019, and that would put them in a state final. And exciting. I'll look at the Benedictine roster in a bit and take a peek if someone provides one. But this is a young Dolphin team who will lose one player next year.
Who will be taking his talents to Old Dominion University to play baseball next year, Bryce Jones.
Big series, I think, for ODU this weekend.
Mhm.
They took it on the chin a little at UNC Charlotte, but chance to come back nationally ranked.
I think it's 25 versus 15 this weekend.
That's awesome.
Get a
And
chance
I
to get out to
believe
Norfolk.
For baseball fans near and far, that the Norfolk Tides start their season on Tuesday. Not at home, I think we're on the road, but awesome to have, and I haven't heard what our spectator policy will be, but I know some stadiums around the country are starting to let more and more fans in, so that'd be awesome. Somehow we have to figure out a way to play. Let's play Norfolk Collegiate one year in the Tide Stadium.
That would be fun.
All
I
right,
think
Norfolk Christian has done it a few times.
couple years back, Tim Hummel had we played at ODU one year in the TCIS finals. We've played at, I believe, Norfolk State one year, and I think they played in Tide Stadium one year when Tyler Ramirez was here.
That'd be fun. When I lived in San Francisco, the two big rival Catholic schools, Sacred Heart and St. Ignatius, were able to arrange an opportunity to play their annual game. I think they played each other twice, but let's say, much like the TCIS, the second time we play counts on our TCIS record. They played that in the Giant Stadium, AT&T Park.
Wow.
So super fun. Just again, I'd say
Anyone hit it in the bay?
I'd be pretty excited if they were allowed to bring the home announcing team, and we got to announce it.
Sit in the press box and announce. That's right.
And so I think, yeah.
Might be a little warmer than.
That's our next thing. Let's play someone in the Tide Stadium.
And put the headset on us again.
And Christian and Norfolk Christian and Norfolk Collegiate, without, they have home fields, but they're not campus
Right.
locations. So
That's
we should
correct.
probably get some balls out of the outfield here, these boys, if they want to. Bryce, got a couple balls in the outfield.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Bryce running around with like a chicken with his head cut off here.
So some highlights from the 10-2 win yesterday. Josh Holland, 5 for 5.
Wow.
The last two were just balls that just dropped. They just found ways to drop off the bat. They were just able to find some way, so that's a fun baseball day. Jack Wickham joined the the Dolphin bomb squad. First home run in the Cape Henry uniform. A laser to left field.
Laser show, like Dustin Pedroia?
Yeah, Jack did put on a bit of a laser show. Cooper Angley had a couple hits. Harper Cox had a big fly, and Bryce did a lot of what Bryce does. He got on base. His pants were dirty.
I believe that was also
you. Bases scored, led us in the outfield, and so as he leads us out today.
Greg, was that also Yoon's first game back since returning?
Yoon actually got some action. He started his first week back. He played Wednesday.
Okay.
Got his timing back yesterday with a couple base knocks.
Looks like he's at second base today.
Second base of the Dolphins will have Justin Philbrick, right-handed pitcher. He's a junior at KP starting. He'll be pitching to Cat High, who's a freshman catcher. First baseman is freshman Parker White. Second baseman is sophomore Yoon Che. At short is junior Josh Holland, who let's hope he stays hot. He's having a heck of a Friday. And then at third it was Jack the Laser Show Wickham. And then the outfield left to right, we got Big Kenny Shadle, senior Bryce Jones, and Harper Cox. Dolphins 11-3. Let's call it 6-1 in the TCIS with 2 remaining. Not in the TCIS today, but as we mentioned earlier, this is big for some state baseball purposes. Benedictine, a perennial powerhouse here in Virginia. They are right now in the 4 slot in the latest rankings of the state, and the Dolphins above them by a few votes in the 3 slot. Both of them chasing the Miller School. And St. Christopher, and I believe last weekend Benedictine knocked off the Miller School. So they're looking to have...
We'll probably see some movement in the state rankings come Monday.
Yeah, it could be...
It's usually the time of the year we start seeing some movement.
So, well, this won't affect the team goal of winning the TCIS regular season. That lies before the Dolphins, and with 2 wins Tuesday and Wednesday, they'll accomplish that goal. This is big for their next goal to qualify for and do some damage in the state tournament. Which, again, should say that we started school in August, and I don't think any of us thought we would be in this position. So I'm excited for the young men on both these teams. It's awesome to be able to have sports back. Feels going. But here we go. Philbrick. As soon as this game changer pops up for me, I'm going to get us going with who we're seeing. But Philbrick, the right-hander, is ready to go. First pitch is outside at 12:02, and we're off. Benedictine in the away green, Cape in their home red. Nothing, top of the first. Philbrick misses that a little up. Junior right-hander was on the mound for a nice non-conference win against Atlantic Shores. Pitched 4 strong innings. There we go. 2-0 pitch is hit foul. And it's now 2-1. So nice job by Philbrick. See if we can find and stay in that zone.
Pretty strong breeze today, carrying out.
All right, Philbrick gets a pop-up foul. Parker White's going to take a peek. That's going to drift into the lower school playground, which is a gorgeous playground for those of you who haven't been to the Cape campus. I obviously am a little biased, but I'm hard-pressed to find a campus that's quite so pretty.
As a 30-year-old, I would enjoy my time on the playground.
Great basketball hoop over there. Ball's grounded weakly to White. He takes it himself, and Philbrick does a great job there getting an all-important first out of the inning. He fell behind 2-0 and then hammered the zone. So 2 fouls and then a 2-2 pitch, little rollover. Nicely done. 1 down, and coming up for Benedictine is Adams. Number 7, right-hander. Steps in against the right-handed Philbrick. That's down in the zone.
I wonder if the chilly nature of today, a little bit colder than the rest of the week, is wearing on Philbrick here a little bit.
It definitely.
It's a good pitch there. Nice
A little
curveball.
off-speed action, maybe?
Yeah, curveball dropped in there for a strike on the outside corner.
Justin not going to blow you away with his high 80 fastballs, but he does a great job moving the ball around the plate, keep batters off balance. Here's a ground ball hard to Wickham. He picks it up, throws it across the diamond. Well done. So, fun fact, Philbrook and Wickham, cousins, so there's a little action there. Looks over at cousins. That was nicely done. Wickham blocked it, came up, took his time, made a strong throw, and they beat Adams by about a step and a half. And there's 2 down. Coming up to the plate is Carpet. He's a right-hander. Darts out the ball, and it's 1-0 count, 2 down, nobody on. Top of the first here at Cape Henry Collegiate. Benedictine in the green at the plate. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit well. Jones backpedals 1, 2, 3 steps. All right, and so a 1-2-3 inning for Philbrook. Economical with the pitches. Jones read that well off the bat. Left the bat, I thought it was hit a little bit better than it was. I don't think he got a clean barrel on that, but that's a great start for Justin Philbrook.
It was a great start from Justin Philbrook. What, probably somewhere in the 12 pitch area. It's a good first inning for a young junior here.
Even better, 9 pitch.
9 pitch first inning.
All right, and that's very similar to what he did against Fredericksburg Christian. I think he was sub 20 through 2. Got into a little trouble in the third, but I think intentionally, he felt like he had another at least 1 or 2 innings in him. But we're seeing him today, and now we understand the method behind the Cape Henry pitching rotation madness.
I'd say that's pretty common with the Dolphin rotation. Usually most guys are right around 3 to 4 innings. Keep arms fresh throughout the season.
That's interesting. I wondered, you have to talk to, I'm actually more of a, played lacrosse, coached lacrosse, love the game of baseball, and obviously have a son who loves the game of baseball. But I wondered, years past, we've had sort of 2 arms. A couple years ago when we made that state run, we gave the ball to Aiden Cool or Alex Genescoli, and looked to have it. For Aiden, we said, here, get a 6 or 7.
Yep.
And with Alex, 4, 5, 6 at times.
Even before
from an
that,
opposing
John Shire.
team standpoint, obviously Aiden was 11-0 and with like a 0.4 ERA.
Yeah.
But I do wonder sometimes whether the way we're doing it with 3 innings here, an inning there, or 2 batters here, there, how difficult that is for the opposing team to ever try to get any type of rhythm going.
It really depends on the team. You know, some teams adjust much better to different pitchers. I know with our offensive lineup, we tend to struggle the first couple of bats with a new pitcher. However, it's just kind of the nature of the arms we have this year. Also for the next few years.
You play baseball for quite some time. What's it like when the pitcher's changed and you're in the on-deck circle thinking, here you go, you're going to face this righty, you've watched them, you've got him timed up, and now they put a guy. How much timing up are you doing as they're watching a guy warm up? How much of an advantage is there actually gained?
Really, that's all you're doing as an on-deck hitter at that point is just trying to get your timing with a new pitcher. But obviously, you know, pitching in a warm-up situation compared to an actual live game situation is much different as well.
Wind howling a little bit, but I believe going out to left center, I think. So let's see if we can take advantage of it. All right, Bryce Jones, as he has for the first 14 games of the season, going to lead us off, and he takes it. Okay.
Strike on the inside
fastball.
corner there.
Tall young man on the bump for Benedictine. I'll get you a name in a sec. But the Dolphins senior leadoff hitter headed to ODU next year with his bats and his brains. He takes one right down the pipe. So it definitely looks like this is a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher.
He's definitely throwing the ball a little harder than we've seen this year.
And the Dolphins expect to see some of the best pitching we've seen. Get back down to the spring Saturdays. Quality ball clubs coming in here. Again, shout out to our AD sitting to my right. Jones takes down low, but Ms. Short has done one heck of a job all year in getting us athletics back here at the Cape. But to have St. Chris and Walsingham, Benedictine, and Miller School next week here, consecutive Saturdays, it's just been wonderful. All right, 1-2 pitch. Jones fouls that one off. He's got this young man on the bump. Handy is his name. Got a fun little kind of rocker. So it definitely looks like we might be in for a little Johnny Cuetoing.
Yeah, he's got an interesting motion here. It's definitely a little rock when he's taking his step back.
Our big right-hander has got Jones in a 1-2 hole.
He does his little dance. Almost hits Bryce in the head there.
Floats that curveball. It just didn't came out of the hand a little funky, and Jones evens it up 2-2. So Bryce is a young man, very comfortable swinging with 2 strikes. Does a great job as a leadoff hitter, sees a lot of pitches, and if he gets on, he is a menace on the base paths.
I'll tell you, Greg, this is something the Dolphins have really focused on the last few years. Is a two-strike approach. Is putting the bat on the ball, and just putting the pressure on the defense.
Especially at the high school level. You want to put that ball in play. And again, at that major league level now, what we see is that home run swing seems to...
Exactly.
Judge doesn't know when he's got 2 strikes. Jones hits a lazy fly ball, kind of drifting third baseman back. Shortstop over. Third baseman calls it. Does a little bit of the outfield dance and catches that ball while falling down.
And this wind is moving quite a bit today, and especially if you see the backdrop with lots of trees there, it's going to circle on the field.
So again, that's probably a ball the left fielder could have come in and got, but the third baseman did a nice job backing up, kept his eyes on it. And that's will bring up Josh Holland, who I said yesterday, coming off a day, 5 for 5, hard hit balls all over the yard, really helping the Dolphins to a big 10-2 win over their crosstown rival.
Haven't seen Josh in the 2-hole this year.
Yeah, they jumped in there. We've been doing a lot of Kenny in the 2-hole, but they moved things around and had Kenny in the 5-hole yesterday, and moved Josh up, and certainly looked like they pushed the right button. That's high. So Holland had 2-0. Big right-hander for the Cadets. Handy. And that was Adams who backpedaled and made that great grab. Right-hander set. Here you go. 2-0 pitch. Holland's going to take that one outside corner. That's a pitcher strike there.
That was a great pitch. Another strike there. It's on the outside corner, pretty much same spot.
Dolphin fans here, which is awesome. You can see masked up in social distance. All right, here we go. 2-2, 1 out.
Ooh.
We'll see if he went. Umpire says he did, so I can't argue from 400 feet away, but
Especially with our angle as well.
yeah, 2-2 pitch there, and Holland just did not go fully around, but he broke the proverbial plane, and the Dolphins now have 2 down, and so this right-hander looks like he's one of the stronger folks I've seen this year against us on the mound.
I'll tell you, Bryce did a job there seeing a couple pitches into his at-bat, though. It's good to get the pitcher to throw as many as he can in the first inning.
So freshman Parker White comes to the plate. He takes low and away for a ball. Parker has been one of the hottest hitters probably in the TCIS.
Maybe Virginia.
Cooled off a little as of late, but when you're hitting about 750, you've got to cool off. So I was chatting with him yesterday. He was hitting the ball real well against NA, but as he had hit a bunch of balls this year that found holes, now he's kind of finding some people, and I think that's the way this sport works. So
That's the way it
1-1
works.
count. He takes a fastball there for a called strike. Nothing, bottom of 1. Wait,
Well, it's a
hits
base
line
hit.
drive, opposite field base hit, and the Dolphins have the first hit of the ball game.
Stays hot. The freshman really coming in clutch this year for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he stepped in. He had the win on the mound yesterday, so he's really stepped in and made a big impact in his second year here at Cape Henry. Came to us in the 8th grade.
Would have been a varsity player last year as well. He was on the roster, just unfortunately the season never really came to fruition.
All right, so he's earned the right to. The laser show's up the plate now. Jack, the laser show, you can hit one. Still going out of Norfolk's ballpark. Comes up now. Runner on. 1-0 count. Wickham caught yesterday. He'll be at the hot corner today. Made a nice play in the top of the first to help the Dolphins go 1-2-3. And now he's looking to do some 2-out damage here and get the Dolphins' first run of the inning, or first run of the game, I should say. Wickham hits a fly ball down the left field line. Fair ball. No? Foul ball.
Oh, foul ball. That looked awfully close from here, Greg. I don't know if you had a better view than me.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I called it foul by like a couple feet, and so, but Wickham did not look like it was something he wasn't prepared for, so just foul. Nice, again, opposite field hit, I think speaks to a little bit maybe the power of the pitcher right now. Dolphins not trying to pull the ball, which is great, letting some of his power do the work for us. White with a great opposite field single, and now Wickham in a 1-1 count with 2 down on the top, or the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch.
Curveball misses high there.
Curveball, yeah.
And I'll tell you, Greg, you are definitely right. The Dolphins are looking to go oppo. If you could see the Benedictine outfield really pinched over playing opposite here.
Yeah, yesterday again, exact opposite, kind of playing us to pull, and today kind of almost daring you to. Here we go, 2-1 pitch. sophomore, takes down. Wickham, a part of the Cape Henry basketball program as well. And the sophomore catcher slash kind of utility man. He's got a 3-1 count with 2 down here. White on the move. Wickham fouls that back. So Dolphins being aggressive early, put a little hit and run on there.
Hit and run.
If they can't generate maybe a ball in the gap and score a run from first. So we'll go 3-2 with 2 down at the bottom of the first. As I said, at least we've, if nothing else, we've worked him to a 20-pitch first inning, which is great. Well, look at that. I almost jinxed it. It would have been 19. We're going to have to at least throw one more.
Yeah, it's
White
about the same
dives back
distance.
in and gives his mom a reason to wash those pants tonight. And here we go. 3-2, 2 down. White breaks and
Another hit.
strikes out. All right, so 1 hit, 1 left, no errors, and at the end of 1, Dolphins 0, Cadets 0.
But again, great work on the Dolphins, seeing at least 20 pitches in that inning. I think Philbrick, if I recall, threw 9 pitches in the first inning. So he comes back out for the second here after throwing 9 in the first.
Defensively, same way that they came on, and again, not having another game till Tuesday, I think the Dolphins have a lot of arms available should they need to. Unfortunately, I heard Junior Brendan Hawley's got a little bit of an arm strain, so he's not available, which is a shame. He was having a heck of a junior senior season for the Dolphins.
I know it's
my favorite
very,
outing of the year for him. He came in a couple Saturdays ago, struggled. And then came right back in the game the following Wednesday and was lights out for 2 strong innings. So
against Greenbrier Christian as well, too,
yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was great against Greenbrier. So really proud of kind of just that maturity that you see, that sometimes it's hard to bounce right back. And Brendan showing his maturity and did that. And so we wish him a speedy recovery.
If I were to guess today, I bet we see Nate today. Not Nate Hayes, but Nate Jenkins.
Jensen, okay. Freshman right-hander. A lot of options for Coach Hummel and Dodolo, Morrison, Billy Mike.
Chadwick,
yeah, sorry, Mr. Chadwick. All right, here we go. Start of the second. Philbrick floats a high breaking ball in there. Thought that might have caught the
thought that might have caught the top of the strike zone as well, Greg.
See?
But we're not umpires. We're not paid to.
1-0 pitch. Just outside, 2-0. Johnson up to the plate. Big right-handed hitter. So a couple weeks ago we had a team chock full of lefties. Today we got chock full of righties. And so Philbrick falls behind 3-0. Big, strong right-handed hitter. Again, these are the reigning state champs. Cadets won it all in 2019. And swinging 3-0, and there's a reason why. So he rockets that ball. Shadle does a nice job of keeping it as a single, but on a 3-0 count, that young man had the green light, and I understand why he had the green light.
He is definitely one of the better hitters in Virginia. If you recall Greg earlier in the game talking about a young man who hit a ball that probably still hasn't landed, that is him.
Yeah, okay. All right, so if I remember this young man correctly, they got speed and power right now. Power at the plate, speed on the base pass, so Philbrick now gives up his first hit. And with nobody out on the top of this out, Benedictine looks to sacrifice him over, but he bunts that for now. So I think that might have caught the Dolphins a little bit by surprise. Wickham now, let's see if he stays on the grass. He's not. He's going to come back to his normal depth. Just
Also
maybe
take a
little
peek at Yoon here. Yoon should be charging their second baseman
Okay.
here. We'll look for the hands to drop again from the batter here.
Philbrick's going to throw over. Keep this young man honest. Up to the plate now is Saunders.
And really, that is most likely a pickoff to see if the batter would drop his hands. Not necessarily to keep him on the base, but to see what the batter is thinking here.
Oh, one pitch he's not bunting, and he takes away. So Philbrick, that's a tough miss. Right around the top corner of the...
You may see a hit and run on this pitch right here.
Little lead at first. Philbrook comes set. Throws over.
Looks like Billy Mike had the same thought in his head, picking off there.
Philbrook's 1-1 with the right-handed batter Saunders. Here's the pitch. Just misses up. So Justin's going to take a second, take a deep breath, get himself composed. Big moment here early, 2-1, top of the second, nobody out, one on. Right-hander looks over, throws over.
He does have quite a big lead over there.
Definitely keeping him honest. So Johnson at first, 3 attempted pickoffs there. Make it 4.
Philly's really thinking about him.
Chatter from the dugouts, both dugouts. Fun Saturday. All right, here we go. 2-1 pitch on the way, and that's up and out. So Philbrook's down 3-1. And as our center fielder said, we need Justin to bear down here, make a good pitch. Ground ball away from 2 down. So here we go. Right-hander comes set, and he misses up. So a little early jam here in the second for the Dolphins. Benedictine with 2 on, nobody out. Looks like the pitcher. It looks like the pitcher. Otherwise, I got another super tall guy over there. Dolphin pitching coach going to come out and settle Justin down.
I actually believe the last time Justin saw Benedictine was in the state semifinals 2 years ago as well.
That's correct. Benedictine cadets having a little fun, chirping a little bit in the dugout.
That's the way baseball should be played.
I think a lot of these boys play summer baseball where they're trying to get looks and get recruited, and so it's fun to just see the sport being played for the front of the jersey.
These are certainly 2 teams with many potential college athletes.
All right, so Rorty comes to the plate. First lefty in the lineup. He comes to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. And he squares the bunt. He bunts foul, so he bunted that one probably to, again, same thing the last batter did. Showed the bunt. That one actually was foul on what would have been ball 1, so.
So what you'll see here from the Dolphins, you'll see Justin Philbrick defending the third base line here. We're trying to keep our third baseman on the bag unless it's bunted hard. That way we still have the force play at third.
All right, Philbrick on the 0-1 pitch, and again squares the bunt. Nicely done. It's down the line, and Philbrick's going to take the safe play and throws to first. So credit Rourke with doing a job. He sacrifices both runners over. So now with 1 out, we'll have runners at second and third. Asked him to bunt. Didn't look great doing it on the first one, and did his job on the second one. Another big right-hander steps in. This is, get your name here. This is McCray. And he has a chance to do some damage. 2 on, 1 out for the right-handed Philbrick. Comes set and throws, swing and a miss.
It's a great pitch from Justin there.
What do we call that? Is that a slider?
That was definitely a curveball slider. Some off speed.
All right, so we're 0-1. Philbrick gets ahead. Dolphins would love a strikeout here. Philbrick set. Here's the pitch. That scoots by Wickham, scoots by McCadden. Died. Apologies, Mr. Wickham. You're at third. But Dolphins have they know their field well. That's a hard backstop to steal home on. I'll say that. That ball's got to squirt left or right. If it's going north-south, you're probably going to be able to make a play. All right, right-hander set. Two-one count. Philbrick ready. Looks a little bit at the 2 runners. And here we go. Nice pitch by Philbrick. Big changeup.
That was a curveball again.
Curveball. So swing through there. Now big moment. 2-2, 1 out.
Would not be
Dolphins would love
surprised.
to get a strikeout here.
I could see another curveball coming right here, Greg. Looks like Philbrick's got it working against this hitter.
2-2, right-hander set. Here's the pitch.
He looks like
And
he
he
tried
got
to go
him.
back to it. There he goes, right back to the
Great
curveball.
call. Coach Faubert calling that pitch before it was thrown, and pitcher gets a nice call there. I don't think the Benedictine player loved that call, but we weren't asking him. So 2 down now, and this is a big moment. So catcher Fletcher comes to the plate. Dolphins would love to get out of this here. 2 down, 2 on. Top
Great
of
pitch.
2, and Philbrick gets a strike call there.
Oh, 3 straight curveballs. Would not expect another curveball here. Probably going back to a fastball. But you never know.
So the Cadets got 2 on with nobody out, advanced them on a sacrifice. Big strikeout for Philbrick, and now he's ahead 0-1, and let's make it 0-2. So pitch away from getting back in the dugout, and a big momentum shift opportunity. Dolphin dugout comes to the feet, their feet. They recognize the importance of the moment here. It's early, but this is a big play. Here we go. Right-hander set. Good pitch. Works away from McCadden, but
Really smart 0-2 pitch. Keeping it nowhere near the plate there.
I like that. Doesn't give up on plate. I thought he almost wanted to go on that.
He looked like he wanted to swing. It was a smart pitch. That was the slider there, Greg.
All right, 8th place hitter in the lineup being asked to pick his teammates up here. 2 on, 2 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Philbrick comes set. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. But
Man.
Dye will have to throw that down at first. Well done, Justin Philbrick.
That is a
Dolphin
huge
dugout.
out.
Pours out, and they're excited. And Philbrick got himself in the jam and got himself out.
Leaving 2 on the base against this team, that is a huge confidence boost for Justin Philbrick heading into the 3rd inning here, or the bottom of the 2nd, I apologize.
So that's one hit, 1 walk, 2 left. No errors after 1.5. Dolphins nothing, Cadets nothing. Big pitch in there by our junior Justin Philbrick. So leadoff single on a 3-0 count, followed it up by a 4-pitch walk. Gave up the sacrifice bunt and took the smart first out over the first, and then did it himself with 2 big strikeouts. Dolphins will come up in the 2nd. Big Kenny Shadle will be leading off. He'll be followed by Harper Cox and Yoon Che. Right-hander for Benedictine throws the ball, and again, I don't have any official statistics, and sometimes we get an assistant coach out here, but I don't have any Benedictine contacts either, but looks to be thrown as hard as anybody I've seen throw against us. We've seen some D1 and D3 college pitchers this year. He gave up an opposite field single to Parker White. Jack Wickham almost dropped an opposite field, what would have probably been a double in, but just foul, and then the sophomore was retired to end the 1st. And the Dolphins' leading power hitter is going to come up to the plate here in the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 2nd, Kenny Shadle will come to the plate. Junior is a big part of Cape Henry's boys volleyball program as well. He's going to come on up here to start us out in the 2nd. Right-hander set. Here we go. Shadle's going to take a curveball from strike 1, top of the zone. He looked a little surprised, but Justin Philbrick got that call, so Ump has been incredibly consistent. Here we go. 1-0-1 pitch to Kenny Shadle. Kenny takes that, skips off the catcher's glove. We're going to go 1-1.
Hey, Greg, if he takes this one deep, we can give Fitness Phil there a shout-out.
Yeah, sitting in the booth with us is our strength and conditioning guru. I'm going to call him Dr. Phil Rakoff, even though I don't know whether he has. He's got a doctorate from me. Shadle takes that one inside.
Up and in.
Kenny's got 3 or 4 big flies, I think, this year.
I think it's 3.
Let's give him 4, but I've told him if he hits me, I'll buy him Chick-fil-A for the year. Takes low. Dolphins would love to get their leadoff hitter on, just like the Cadets did, and put a little pressure back on right away. So again, we'll 3-1, big right-hander, comes set. Shadle swings through that one.
It's a good swing.
Kenny does not get cheated when he swings the bat. All right, so we'll go full count to the Dolphins' 5th place hitter today. Big Kenny Shadle at the plate, and here's the payoff pitch. Shadle swings and misses.
He definitely pumped that one up there a little bit faster than all the
He
pitches
reared
we've
back
seen
a little
today. Looks like he got a little extra on that one there, Greg.
Cadet dugout enjoyed that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's touching upper 80s, maybe even low 90s here. A little chilly day, so I'd imagine upper 80s.
Sophomore Harper Cox. Left-handed hitter. Harper swings through that fastball for strike one. I'm going to pepper Harper Cox from here and say he should be a three-sport athlete at Cape Henry because the young man could pretty much play anything he applies himself to. Heck of an athlete, very fast kid.
He has played in the soccer program. He's been in the swimming program.
I believe I heard a little bit of an I'll start the Cape Henry rumor that we may see him return to the soccer program.
That would be really nice for the soccer program. Speed Harper has.
That speed well. All right, Harp's behind and 1-2 in the count. Right fielder, pitcher for the Dolphins. And he swings and misses.
Really good swing, though. He's definitely right on it. Dolphins aren't missing by much here.
All right, so now we're going to have sophomore Yoon Che come to the plate. Yoon joined us this year. Cape Henry Collegiate, wonderful young man. He too is, he was the first pitch is up and away to him. He too is a huge part of our boys volleyball program. And Yoon's also an exceptional student.
Another kid who could probably play any sport he really wanted to.
I got a feeling he could probably play any instrument too. He just strikes me as...
He's a pretty impressive kid. I'm really glad he's joined us.
I had the opportunity to drive Yoon to quite a few baseball tournaments this summer, and goodness gracious, is he a respectful and polite young man. 2-0 count. Let's see if this respectful young man can turn on one here. 2-0.
Oh, takes one.
Inside, he'll take first. So Yoon's going to brush that off, and that's going to bring up the sophomore designated hitter today, Cooper Hingley.
You probably hear the Dolphin dugout.
Over at NA, and since we're giving a little background, he's a three-sport athlete here at Cape, varsity soccer goalie, and a part of the JV basketball program. Hopes to continue to play for Coach Hall next winter.
Also,
Angley comes up, 2 down. Dolphins again get a base runner on. Angley's going to come up 2 down, 1 on. Big right-hander.
How many times are you going to say that today, Greg?
Here's the pitch.
From the big right-hander.
That brushes Angley back a little bit. He's going to step out. That probably came in 3D. Right-handed hitter is ready to go. Yoon has a leadoff at first, and here we go. 1-0 pitch. Angley takes high, ball 2.
Knowing Cooper, he probably wanted to swing at that one, didn't he, Greg?
Let's see if he can stay in his shoes here. We had a conversation earlier about trying to turn on a 2-0 fastball, so here we go, 2-0. Angley's ready. Here's the pitch. Angley takes that one right down Broadway, so could have been asked to do that.
I imagine the way Cooper's up there standing, it looks like he was taking a strike no matter what.
And that makes sense. See if we can't get that lineup flipped, put even more pressure on. So now the sophomore designated hitter today is going to sit with a 2-1 count. And here's the pitch. Angley kind of check swings that.
That might work, though.
Going to have to hustle, and he's not going to get there. So kind of made up the mind to kind of half swing that. I'm sure he's a little disappointed in the swing, but Yoon hustled down a second, but Angley not able to beat that one out. We'll go 6-3 to end the second. Dolphins strand 1 after 2. Dolphins nothing, Cadets nothing.
Well, Greg, it looks like we're nearing that 23,000 mark.
That place is filling up. Dolphin fans coming on in. So top of the third, Philbrick back out for the Dolphins, who defensively are in the same alignment they were for the first 2 innings. junior pitcher is had to work a little harder there. 20 pitch second inning, but he needed every one of those 20 to get out. He had 2 on with nobody out, and runners in scoring position with 1 out, and he did a great job of striking 2 out and getting himself and the Dolphins back in the dugout.
Puts him at 29 pitches through 2 innings. Not
29
bad.
through 2, and again, the Dolphins, who obviously would love to see a little bit more on the board in terms of runs, have forced this right-hander from Benedictine to throw 38 in 2 innings. So that's great. I don't think we're going to see a huge decline when we get to the bullpen, but if we're looking to get out of this starting, get into their bullpen, we're well on the way.
And we'll definitely let you know when we start seeing some action in the bullpens.
Actually, we'll keep you posted. I thought I was seeing someone go into the Benedictine one, but here we go. Benedictine coming up. They'll have their 9, 1, and 2 hitters up. Their second baseman, Lingle, comes to the plate. Left-hander hits one hard, right at Harper Cox. 1 pitch, 1 out, bottom of the third, or top of the third. Cox literally took a step back and then took that step right back forward, and that came right to him. So good swing.
It's really the type of pitcher Justin Philbrick really is. He's not going to go through a game with 16 strikeouts. He's going to put the ball in play and let his defense do the work for him.
So back to the top. Adams, the third baseman, grounded out to start the game.
Dropped a curveball in there. Good pitch, Justin.
I love it. He's not predictable, that's for sure. He started batters out with a variety of different pitches, and the 0-1 pitch to the Benedictine leadoff hitter is popped straight up in the air. Philbrick's going to come over.
Tough play for a pitcher to make. Generally, you would like your first baseman to take that ball.
I was wondering that. I thought you had three Dolphins convene. I thought the one guy that shouldn't probably try to go catch that is typically the pitcher, at least in my watching of a lot of baseball. That's either a first baseman coming and getting it or the catcher to come and get it. But regardless, that'll be an error on our pitcher, Justin Philbrick. Tyler, if he tries to catch that in foul ground and it bounces into fair ground, that becomes a fair ball?
That's a fair ball.
I think that's what happened. I can't say unequivocally he was in fair ground when he tried to catch it, but the ball certainly popped up.
Yeah, it's a little tough from our
unlucky
angle.
For the Dolphin right-hander.
Now, on the opposite end of that spectrum, if he's in fair territory and knocks it foul, it's still a fair ball.
Well, that doesn't seem like a fair rule. I just knock balls foul.
Well, you'd see lots of third basemen knocking bunts foul.
Great. Foul. All right, Philbrick now, 1-0 count. Swinging a
Pitch there. Definitely feeling the curveball today.
Evens the count at 1-1, and he'll try to put the error in the rear view. I'm sure somebody on the Dolphin coaching staff might be speaking to some infielders saying, let's help him out there. So Philbrick actually had him
great
rocking a little bit.
move.
Thought he got him. The Dolphins thought he got him. Everybody all 26,000 people here thought he got him.
From our angle, it definitely looked like he got him there. It looked like the runner took a jump towards second there.
Our center fielder could have dunked a basketball. He jumped so high on that one. So Philbrick with a nice move, had him leaning, but he's not going to get him. So now it's 1-1. And this swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And I will tell you, Justin is very quick to the plate. I was actually out in practice not too long ago and was timing him, and he's right around 1-1 to the plate. So
makes it super difficult to steal on him.
He actually,
again, this time not nearly as close. That last one he definitely had. I'll tell you a second here. He definitely had Adams, the leadoff hitter, rocking the wrong way. Had him leaning.
well, I'm sure he's thinking about Justin's move now. It's pretty effective for a righty.
I'd be surprised to see him put him in motion here. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Runners
He does
off.
go.
He got him.
Dice throw is there in time. So a good job to get Adams out, and the Dolphins are enjoying that. That's a good job by Philbrick, just like Coach Faubert just said. Got it to the plate quickly. Dice came up with a throw, and while not right at the plate, Shea does a great job of grabbing that, slapping the tag down, and wipe that runner off. He shouldn't have been on there anyway.
Yeah, it's a real skill to learn how to tag the right way. And watching you, it was very quick, straight to the point, and very effective. Justin just misses the batter there.
I actually thought Philbrick's 1-2 pitch, I thought we may have had to strike him out, throw him out there, but I guess it was a little high, so we're going to go 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Foul back. We'll do it again. So Adams reached on an error and then got wiped out by caught stealing. 2-5 put out. Here we go. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, top of the third. Just got a piece to stay alive, so we'll do it again.
Well, it looked like a defensive swing right there. Just trying to stay alive. Pretty good piece of hitting there by the cadet.
This young man grounded out, hit a ball hard at Jack Wickham in the top of the first, and Wickham made a great play, threw it across, beat the man by a step and a half. So we'll go again, 3-2. Fouls back again. So Benedictine having some quality at-bats the last couple innings. First was quick, and these second and third innings, they've definitely made Justin work quite a bit.
Saw a little action in the cadet bullpen earlier, but it might have just been their starter getting a little extra work.
3-2, and he brings them up.
It was a great
Catches the
curveball.
inside corner, and Dolphin dugout again explodes out, and after, so one, well, I guess we'll call that an error. So no runs, no hits, no one left. One error on the Dolphins. At the end of the top of the third, we have nothing score. The Dolphins come up with 9 1-2 hitters. So
Always very important for a high school defense to limit the errors, but if you do have an error, it's really, really important to get out of the inning without any damage, and Justin did a great job of limiting all the damage in that inning, really.
So I was able to keep my eyes there, and I think the Dolphin coaching staff talking a little bit to catcher and first baseman. And my guess would be saying we gotta make Justin's life a little easier. That's a tough angle for him to try to come catch that ball.
Certainly. I mean, it's a little different in high school ball where, Justin does play a little bit of second base and shortstop as well, but it's a whole lot different when you're catching a fly ball after him off the mound.
All right, so right-hander is going to come back out. Love to see the Dolphins make him work again. So he's at the 28 pitch or 38 pitch mark now. Each team with 1 hit so far. Parker White for the Dolphins, an opposite field single in the first. The Dolphins will get things started in the bottom of the third with freshman catcher McCann Dye. Right-handed hitter is going to face the 9th hitter, so last hitter before we turn the lineup over, and Dye comes to the plate. Freshman takes up and out for ball 1. So Dye, a multi-sport athlete as well, part of the Dolphin basketball program. And Dye's ahead of the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the third, no score. Ball's low. 2 balls, no strikes. So 9-hitter for the Dolphins, ahead early in the count 2-0, and he's going to see if he can't get on for senior Bryce Jones in the top of the lineup. Here's the pitch. Right at the knees, fastball for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Benedictine in the away green, Dolphins in the home red. Here's the 2-1. Bounces that one in. Dye is ahead 3-1. Wouldn't surprise me right here to see Dolphin coaches ask McCann to take one here. Right-hander struggling a little bit to find his rhythm. And the Dolphins get their catcher on, and courtesy around Andrew Hart, get some speed on the base pass. Not that McCadden's not a quick hit. Sure he is. And here's the pitch, and McCadden actually, it's why I coach lacrosse. Threw a 3-1 fastball, and I wouldn't have had him swinging.
I would not be surprised if the Dolphin coaching staff has asked them to be very selective on the first pitch.
3-2. Dye fouls it off. Big right-hander challenged him.
That's your favorite saying today, isn't it, Greg?
What's that?
The big right-hander.
Big right-hander. He's a big right-hander.
He is a big right-hander.
PRH. When the big right-hander faces big candy shade on it. There's bigs everywhere. Here we go. Payoff. Bounces it in. Nice job. Lead-off walk, and the Dolphins get the lead-off hitter on for the first time in the game.
And it does look like Andrew Hart will be coming in to run for the catcher here.
And this is one that's a great advantage, still in high school ball, to be able to sub out. And, you know, very athletic young man, don't get me wrong, but we're able to insert a kid who's, you know, known one of his tools is speed. So we'll see if the Dolphins, who clearly trust the young man at the plate, get creative here with the hit and run, or even ask Andrew, maybe give him a chance to steal a base and chance to now put some pressure on Benedictine. Lead-off runner on. Jones comes to the plate. Jones is 0 for 1. Jones takes just low. I think the center fielder and I had the same feeling there. I was going to call that a knee-high strike. And
honestly, you know,
the center fielder thought that was a strike.
You'll definitely see this at the high school level. If a pitcher is living around the zone, he'll get that call. But he just walked a guy, so you'll see that pitch called a ball after a walk.
Decent pickoff move, kind of. Hart had to jump back. So 1 ball, no strikes on the senior center fielder for the Dolphins. Left-handed Jones, 0 for 1 on the day, is ready, and he fouls that one back. I know that look. It's a young man I know well, and he definitely wants that pitch back.
He just missed that one. As I mentioned last time, Greg and I were on the voice box together. Generally, when a hitter misses a ball straight back, they have just missed that ball.
Here we go, 1-1 pitch. Righty is set, he pitches. Jones hits a hard ground ball. This could be 2. Ball to 1. Ooh.
Speed from Bryce there.
I would argue they both. I didn't think he got the bag there. Okay, so second baseman came up through to the shortstop. 4-6 fielder's choice gets Hart at second to throw over. The speedy Jones beat that down the line, and so we'll have 1 on and 1 out for junior Josh Holland.
We do see some action in the cadet bullpen now. Not a big right-hander, but another right-hander.
No, right-hander, but he is definitely not going to be called a big right-hander. I'm not going to say any other adjective.
Uh-oh, that ball
is one high. Down the line and foul. So the left fielder for Benedictine gave that one a good college try. He got over there, just dropped. When it left his bat, I was thinking maybe that wind, but it actually has died down a little bit.
It has, and it looks like it's shifted back in towards the field.
In towards the field would be, I believe, offshore wind. The beach town that we live in. The surfer baseball guys would tell me I'm right there. So Holland's behind 0-1. Benedictine righty throws over. Jones dives back.
Another speedy base runner for the Dolphins here.
Yeah, nice little. I love when we do get Andrew in there. That 9-1 speed combo is nice. A lot of speed on this Dolphins roster. Jones, small lead, bluffs and stays. And that ball's in the dirt, and it's going to even the count at 1-1.
Hart actually splits a lot of time over in left and right field as well, too. Dolphins really looking forward to his talent for the next 4 years.
A lot of young men in red jerseys over there. Dolphins are loaded with young talent. Here we go. Holland's ready. Jones goes, a little hit and run action, and Holland fouls that one back.
You'll probably see a lot more action from both teams here. 0-0 game, heading into the third inning. We'll probably see lots of more sacks, hit and runs, lots of small ball here.
Makes sense. Quality arms, difference of a run, certainly, and just the mindset of getting that early lead. 1-2 pitch. Junior's ready. He swings and grounds one foul. So again, another certainly Dolphin goal 1 of making a starting pitcher do some work. They've certainly done that again. He's already at about 13, 14 pitches in the inning.
You know, in this day and age,
make him work a little harder here. So here we go. 1-2 pitch, 1 down, bottom of 3. Holland's going to get called on a strike 3, consistent with what the zone is there. That's a big strikeout for the big right-hander. 2 down. Dolphins now will step to the plate. Freshman. Dolphins' only hit of the day off the bat of Parker White. He had a great piece of opposite field hitting. Dolphins would love to see another great opposite fielding. Let's find a gap, Parker White.
He does have quite the gap here in left center.
I see that gap. I'm going to put the ball in that gap. Let's see if he can. Jones goes. White takes.
He's going to be there.
Down is not going to get him. And Jones steals second easily. Right there for Parker White, so now we don't even need to get off double on the gap. Oh, 1 pitch. freshman White, first baseman pitcher at the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Runner at second, Jones. I'll say that the throwback to second base. I think I've been watching baseball now for 40 years. I don't know whether I've ever seen it work. You got picked off?
I've been picked
All right.
off a couple times.
Okay.
But that's really because I was a pretty aggressive base runner back in my day. I stole third quite a bit.
I've seen someone get back picked on their way back, with just the pitcher turning and throwing it. I think more often than not, I've seen that ball end up in center field than I have you running back to the dugout. So
I might be the only person in history picked off on second
I
base.
bet there's someone in that Cape dugout that's willing to tell me they got picked up. All right, now White's in a hole, 0-2. Let's see if he can do a little two-strike hit here and get the Dolphins on the board. Righty's ready. Here's the pitch. He strikes White out. That ball's in the dirt, so we'll have to throw it down. He does. And the Benedictine pitcher does his job. Gives up a leadoff walk. Retires the next 3, and after 3, Dolphins nothing. It ends nothing.
I was going to say earlier, it's this day and age in baseball, you'll see pitchers get up to about that 65 range, and that's usually about the time you see a starting pitcher come out of a game. Especially on a chilly day like today, we'll probably see some more action from the cadet bullpen, and we might even see a new pitcher next inning.
So Handy's at the 56 or 58. Let me give you a total there. Philbrook at 40, so much more economical, and Handy at 56. So maybe he'll come out to take the fourth. But Benedictine did get some action going in the bullpen.
With Justin at 40, I could see the Dolphins getting some action in the bullpen this inning too.
Looks like you're right.
Actually,
Looks like, let's see, sophomore catcher Connor Pinnell talking to freshman
Nate. It looks like Nate Jensen there. Apologize, I called him Jenkins earlier. Should have known that's Jensen.
He's a freshman. We can call him. We can let him work into a nickname. Maybe his nickname's going to become Jenkins.
Well, yesterday in the JV game, they were calling him Jenny. I don't know if he really appreciated that one as much.
Well, we like to give nicknames that kids like, although I may have been known in my lacrosse coaching days. If you had said I don't like my nickname coach, you might have bought that for the full 4 years of high school. I had one student here at Cape Henry tell me what I should call him as his nickname, and I let him know that's not, you can't just give yourself. It has to come naturally.
Nicknames come naturally. I've never heard anybody name themselves.
No, and he wasn't going to be the first. All right, here we go. Right-hander's ready to go. Benedictine is going to, so I apologize there, goofing around and not telling you who's up. I think we're looking at shortstop Corpin's second at bat.
I believe this is the 3-hole hitter, Greg.
Yep, 3-hole hitter's up, and he hits a fly ball. It's going to be tough. Jones on his horse. He gets it.
You probably
Bryce
couldn't see
Jones.
there. The Dolphins were really playing on the opposite side there. That was quite a run from Bryce Jones.
Bryce came into his right. When it left the bat, I would have said that was going to drop.
As close as he is to us, we can almost interview him on that
We
play
could.
there.
I don't know whether the coaching staff would
No.
appreciate an inning interview.
No, I don't think
We'll
so.
just let that. Maybe in an 11-0 fifth inning, but probably not in a 0-0 fourth.
We'll have to get the
One
lapel
down,
mic and
Gilbert
mic him
again.
up.
One pitch, one out. Let's go 2 pitches, 2 out, Justin. Cleanup hitter, left fielder Johnson. Dangerous batter. He takes a curveball for strike 1. Philbrook does a nice job of getting ahead. Top of 4, 0-0. Here's the pitch. Outside.
It really looks like Justin's trying to find the corners against this hitter. Probably the smart thing to do.
Yeah, I think when one does not find the corners against this hitter, one pays the price. So.
Yes,
Phil's
we might
even
get
at
hit.
1. Love the pace. I commented on Wednesday. Love the pace Justin works at. Induces a ground ball into the hole.
Just past Yoon's glove.
CNI single. So not much Parker White can do there. And Yoon just couldn't get over that deep into the hole. I think they're probably playing that right-hander a little bit more the pull side than they are Oppo there. So he's on first. He's got speed. And for the second time, he's on base today. Let's bring up.
And Greg's big right-hander is on deck.
Big right-hander on deck. Regular right-hander at the plate.
Well, he could be above average. We don't know.
It's just when you're getting compared to 6'5".
Yeah.
Shudder to think what adjective at 5'9" I would be. Tiny.
Tiny right-hander on the mound.
Philbrook looking to get out of this. This runner speed at first. Philly throws over.
Looks like a B move there, just keeping him honest. You can tell because the longer arm there.
1-0 pitch coming up. Here it is. It's low and away. So Philbrick will go 2-0 on the 5th place hitter.
Greg, in
Saunders.
baseball, we
He's
call that the 5-hole
0 for 1
hitter.
with a base on balls.
The 5-hole hitter. 5th place hitter makes him sound like he's in 5th place.
I'm sorry, you're right. Hitter currently in the 5-hole. 5th spot in the lineup. Batting 5th. But yes, 5th place makes it seem like 4 guys are significantly better than him. I don't know if that's true.
That would mean we have 4 hitters that are better hitters than Kenny. Which is possible.
Sunday, strike 1. So Philbrick fell behind 3-0. We walked this young man the first time up. He's now at 3-1 with 1 out. Dolphins would love to keep runners out of scoring position. So let's see if Philbrick attacks this guy right here. And he misses away. So Dolphins now fully getting Nate Jensen ready to go in the pen.
He's probably going to start getting hot here. He's going to pick up the tempo in the pen.
We got 2 on, 1 out, and I'm looking and seeing if Coach Chadwick is kind of doing the dance of maybe I'm coming out there, maybe I'm not, but he's going to stay where he is for right now. Big right-handed hitter comes to the plate.
Well, he's left-handed, Greg.
That's a big left-handed.
I might have messed you up there saying he was on deck.
All right, that ball's away. So Philbrick struggling a little here in the top of the 4th, but he was in a predicament earlier and he got himself out of it. So let's do it again.
We got a chance to roll a double play here. Get out of the inning.
Pitch, ground ball away from getting out of the inning. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Knee-high strike right there.
Yeah, Justin Philbrick really not afraid to get inside on these hitters.
Sacrifice bunt for this young man in his first at-bat. And he hits a ground ball.
It's not going to be a double play. Just eat it.
Unfortunately, Philbrick's not going to be able to get his hands on that, so that's unlucky. That ball was hit all of probably 14 feet. I'd call it a hit.
It's most likely going to be an error in the book since Justin missed it.
All right, so
This looks like a visit really just to give Nate some more time to warm up in the pen. You can tell by...
bases are loaded. That was unlucky. So I think even if Justin was able to get his hands on that, it was going to be a tough play. The left-hander got down the line pretty quickly. Again, barely hit, but barely hit to the right spot. Philbrick couldn't get his hands on it, and will be bases loaded with 1 out.
Well, I guess the one bright spot in this situation is now there's a force at every single base.
Sure. Still remain a ground ball away from getting out of this.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the infield in for the Dolphins here. Well,
It
probably
definitely
corners
looks like
in.
Wick has already positioned himself, and now first baseman Parker White. So we'll see if we come in at the corners.
We likely won't see the middle go since they still have a double play in order.
All right, so by bringing those in, where any ball hit towards first and third, Dolphins will go home with that, then look to get the force out at home and keep this a 0-0 game. A ball hit into the middle infield area. Certainly we'd love to turn a 4-6, 6-4-3 and get out of this. So
We'll probably see the outfield take a couple steps back to keep the ball in front, limit the damage.
So big moment here, top of the 4th in a 0-0 game. The Cadets have loaded the bases. Left-handed hitter at the plate. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Big pitch for Philbrick, and he gets ahead of Craig.
Looks like whatever Billy Mike said to
Just
Justin
pinch
out
hitter.
there.
So McCray struck out in his first at-bat. He's pulled, and now they've got a pinch hitter, Craig, in. Coming in, we'll have to see if he stays in the field as well. And he looks at that, tantalizing. It would have been lovely if he swung at that, but he spits at that one. Out of the zone, but a nice miss for Philbrick.
There's quite a lot of discipline there to lay off that pitch.
Right-hander is ready to go. Dolphin, corner infielders in. Here's the pitch. Popped up and foul. Straight back. Philbrick ahead 1-2.
And you will see an infield fly in effect if we do see a pop fly to the infield here.
Big moment here. Philbrick would love to retire this batter right here on a strikeout. Dolphin dugout's up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that ball is hit to shallow center. Jones is not going to get it.
We got to
It
play it
bounces
too
in.
here.
throw to the plate is
Should've had it
not
too.
in time. So again, a ball that is not hit well drops in.
So
Jones
Greg,
on
in
his
the,
horse, he could not get to that.
in that situation, I would have liked to see Bryce give up the run and take the out at second.
Okay. So opportunity there. He thought maybe he could get him at home. He slipped a little on the throw, but definitely could have got that runner at second. So we're going to stay loaded for the catcher.
I could hear Chris Dodolo in there saying you should have gone two with that ball. It's all right, high school players here.
1-0 Benedictine. They'll still have the bases loaded with one out. And that's a curveball that's just high.
Apologize for the camera work there. That was a little too far out.
So last two balls barely hit. Well, not hit well, let's say that. And that ball's pop foul.
Out of play.
That's the funny part about baseball. Two balls hit that on any other day could have been Little League outs. Drop in as singles and get the first run of the day across.
I will say with this field, you never really know which way the wind's going to be blowing. Those trees in the backdrop certainly make the wind circle.
1-1 pitch is up and away. And the Benedictine catcher is ahead in the count 2-1. He's 0 for 1 on the day, struck out to end the threat in the second. And he's got a chance to do some damage here in the fourth. Here's the pitch from Philbrick. And that's up. So nowhere to put him. 3-1, big moment here.
Looks like a little fatigue from Justin here. The arm's starting to drop down a little bit lower.
Right-hander comes set. Here's the pitch. So swing and a miss. Great pitch by Justin Philbrick. Took a little bit off that. Now a big moment. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded and a 1-0 Benedictine lead. Here in the top of the fourth. Here's Philbrick. He's ready to go. And that ball is hit high. It's an infield fly rule, so
Just let it drop. And that's how you do it.
So that's just one of the oddest things I've seen in a long time, Tyler. So you have an infield fly rule in effect, which means you don't have to touch the ball in order for there to be an out. That's an infield fly rule because it would benefit the Dolphins to drop it.
Well, exactly that situation. So if Josh does overrun that ball and let it drop behind him, which actually is most likely what he did there, to trick that runner into going. Because a lot of people don't think about the infield fly rule is going to be a tag.
So your assumption is third baseman thinks, I got to go now because I got forced to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so Benedictine just ran themselves out of an inning. So that was an infield. I don't even know how would I score that?
Well, that is
a 6-2 double play?
Well, I'm not sure how you rule a infield fly since no one actually makes that out. But he let it drop, so there's a fly ball. I guess it would be 6.
All right, we're gonna let's see what scorekeeper Brian Wickham.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll be curious to see that one.
We'll pepper him. Let's see what he did. He says he hasn't done it yet. He still has the at-bat going. So umpire clearly off the crack of the bat called the infield fly rule. What Tyler Faubert was suggesting was that a little tomfoolery there. And what happened there? Did your guys see that it was called an infield fly? Okay. That is a very good teammate way to say that. So we're chatting with Benedictine center fielder out here. Nice young man. Yeah, you might have.
He does.
All right, so that's so that's a real fun young man right out here, the center fielder for Benedictine. Very good sportsmanship. We're having a little fun with him. We were wondering the same thing. Kind of Benedictine made a little bit of a base running error there, but I think that's the tomfoolery of Josh Holland. And so the Dolphins, Jack Wickham's going to come up. Again, because he hit a bomb yesterday, he is the laser show today. Jack the laser show Wickham. Comes up, he took a strike one. Big right-hander still on the mound, but there's some action in the bullpen for the Cadets. So credit Philbrick with working out of another jam. The Dolphins gave up 1 on 2 or 3 funky hits. A walk.
Yes, maybe some errors.
Partridge in the pear tree. Wickham kind of gets fooled and has a half swing. He's hustling down the line. He's going to beat it out.
Safe. He should get back on
Back
base here.
All right, so Jack kind of with a half swing, similar to Angley's in the second inning. Pitcher came off the mound, and Jack stole a base a couple of games ago. He stole a base again yesterday, so we're going to call him the Speedy Jack Wickham now.
See, that one right there might be a hit.
We're going to call it, yeah, we'll say.
Especially with,
We'll see. Yeah, we call that. I'm all for it. Either way, Wickham on first, so nice to get the leadoff runner on again. For the second straight inning, the Dolphins have the leadoff hitter on. They trail 1-0 in the bottom of 4, and Big Kenny Shadle comes to the plate against the big right-hander for Benedictine.
With action in both bullpens.
Then we're going to call it a single. Official scorer calls that a Jack Wickham a single. While Nick's on, keeps his hitting streak going.
I know Brian's a good sport, so I'll say it certainly helps when you share the same last name.
We'll make sure, but I do believe he treats all Dolphin hitters with the same.
I would have ruled that a hit. If I were on Game Changer, I would have ruled that a hit.
I mean, he stole a base yesterday, so he's a speedster. Wickham the first, 1-0 count for BKS. Shadle takes outside. He's ahead 2-0. So Dolphins now need to do a job here. That's base runners would be great. Kenny has got control of this at bat. Love to see him give Jack a chance to go first to third here.
Kind of an unfortunate spot for Kenny to come up, really. It's a good situation for small ball, but not really the type of hitter you want to be playing small ball with. Kenny has potential to take one out here.
Now next you got Harp and Yoon following. They're probably a little bit more skilled in that area.
Not that Kenny
gonna
can't
take
do it.
Low, 3-0 count. So we'll have to see if the Dolphins power hitter, Benedictine gave their power hitter the green light at 3-0, and he ripped a single. We'll
Taking a look at this cadet outfield.
If he gets a pitch he can do something with.
Looks like about all the cadet outfielders about 10 steps from the fence here.
Kenny?
Ooh. You can hear the groans from all both dugouts on that pitch.
All right. Catches the outside corner.
Maybe.
Play-by-play said it did. Color commentary said maybe. Here we go. 3-1. Shadle fouls one back, so that's tough. That's a tough 3-0 call. I personally thought that was a little bit outside. And
especially with a pitcher who's not around the zone as much as he was in the first inning.
all right, Shadle's going to have to get it done 3-2 now. So big matchup of right-handers. Big pitcher, big hitter. And Shadle strikes out. So
Put a good swing on it. Just couldn't quite catch up to it.
all right, so the Dolphins will pass the bat to Harper Cox and ask him to do a job here. Kenny frustrated. We'll have another chance today. Left-handed Harper Cox is 0 for 1 on the day
Against the big right-hander.
against the big right-hander from Benedictine. Harper squares to bunt. Looks like he pulls that back in time.
I really like that move with Harper up. It serves two purposes. Probably the fastest kid on this field.
I saw him, I think a couple days ago, he got a bunt for a single.
Could definitely, it's most likely a sack bunt, but knowing his speed, he'll probably beat it out.
Talking to him about developing an Ichiro-like mindset. So the Dolphins are going to send Wickham.
He's safe.
Who's safe?
He got around that tag there. I could say I had a pretty good view of that up here.
Again, so the laser show is now the speed and laser show out there.
I don't think he beat that with
back-to-back
speed.
days with stolen bases, and as someone who's known Jack for years, I'm going to tell him in the hall that he is now a speedster.
It was a very creative slide
The
there.
runner in scoring position and one down. Harper Cox ahead in the count. I don't think the Benedictine coach liked the call, and I think he came out to just make sure that.
He's just probably expressing his disapproval with that
I
call.
think he said, "I passionately disagree."
I would imagine, you know.
Thank you. Noted. Now we'll get back to action. Harper Cox, 2-0 count. Here we go. Dolphins. Big right-hander steps off the mound.
Looked like he was in the
Benedictine
stretch
got a
there.
right-hander in the bullpen getting ready.
Looked like he was in the windup there, and that's why he stepped off.
pitches low. And so, again, we're a pitch away on that 3-0 pitch from looking at possibly loading up the bases with nobody out. But now they're going to ask Harper Cox to do a job. He's got a 3-0 count with one down.
With that third baseman dropping back, he could possibly see a bunt from Harper here.
Wickham with the lead at second. The right-hander is set. Here's the pitch. And Harper takes outside and walks on 4 pitches. So, sophomore right fielder is going to jog down to first. The Dolphins will have first and second with 1 out in the 4th inning, and the Benedictine cadet manager is going to trot out and have a chat. And they'll have to see what they want to do with Yoon Che.
You know, with the newfound speed from Jack Wickham here, we got quite a bit of speed on the base paths.
I'm all for a little wild pitch that advances the runners to second and third.
Nice little base hit from Yoon. Score
Nice
both.
hit from Yoon. Yeah, let's just let 14 go yard after that.
Oh, yeah, I like that,
We're gonna
too.
chalk up a
There we
good
go.
inning. Everybody goes to Dairy Queen and gets blistered. So we're having some fun on Saturday. We're running out of Saturday home baseball games. And it's been a blast being out here. Cape Henry TV streaming games for you. But gorgeous day here.
Little
All right,
chilly.
here we go. A little chilly, yeah. Yeah, it is a little chilly. Well, maybe in the sun it's nicer. We got to get a
Sunroof on here.
sunroof on this baby. Turn it into a convertible. Here we go. Come on, you. Here we go. First pitch to Che. Outside, up and away. Uh-oh.
Sorry for my...
So as I predicted, we got the wild pitch we wanted. Wickham hesitated, went halfway to, 2 steps towards third and came back, while Harper was halfway to second. Benedictine catcher threw it down. Harp dove back in, so all that for 1-0.
I assume Jack Wickham is not comfortable with his newfound speed yet.
Even Barry Allen, when he became the Flash, it took a while for him
It did.
to win.
You're right.
So 1-0 count. Big righty struggling a little bit to find the strikes on this inning.
Hopefully that doesn't hurt the Dolphins
And
there.
It's not going to help him out. So 2-0 count. And again, I think sometimes umpires, if you're not around the zone, you got to be a little bit closer to the zone to get those borderline calls. And right now, the big righty is struggling. So that's the 6th straight ball he has thrown.
Probably will not see a swing from Yoon on this pitch then. I was wrong again.
Threw the fastball there. So big righty came back and said, here you go.
Traditional baseball wisdom tells you probably don't swing after 6 balls. Try to see a strike, but that pitch looked right down the middle.
So that would have been a called one or a swing one, or a swinging strike, I should say. And here we go. Che, 2-1 count. Dolphin sophomore is ready. Double steal is called.
Hit
Hit
and
the
run.
ground. Oh, wow, unlucky.
Just unfortunate.
Unlucky. So the Dolphins put a hit and run on, sent the runners, and Hugh does his job and hits the ball well.
It's
And
right
hits
to
it
a
right
guy.
at the shortstop, who makes an unassisted double play.
A lot of times with those hit and runs, that's usually what happens. You hit a line drive right to the guy who's going to cover the bag, and
All
easy
right, so
double play.
rally. Che hits into a, I don't know, did he flip the ball to second or did he take it himself?
He took it himself. It was unassisted.
Unassisted 6.
Just 6.
A 6th unassisted double play. And while Che hit that ball on the barrel, he hit it right at someone. So the Dolphins are doubled up and that rally ends. That's a shame.
And for those
The Dolphins
listening,
are going to go to the bullpen now, and they're going to bring in freshman Nate Jensen. Jensen's had a couple varsity outings this year. He's been asked, I think, I pitched probably 5 or 6 innings for the Dolphins. Nice addition. Moved from Washington State, although I believe he was born and raised in Virginia Beach and then moved back. So he's a multi-sport athlete for the Dolphins. He plays basketball in the winter, and I believe he's a member of our cross-country team.
I actually believe he did a little track and field as well.
Did he?
Or no, I'm sorry. I apologize. It was,
But I think we saw him running in the winter with...
well, he
in the
ran.
fall
It was the fall season that happened to be in the winter
way
this
we
year.
do things here. We treated the sports seasons like a Tarantino movie. We started with the second scene, then through the first scene at you.
It's funny you say that. I was actually just watching Kill Bill last night.
There we go. All sorts of fun references in the booth today. All right, I'm still agitated. I wanted that to get over the shortstop's head and score 2, and then Angley was going to hit a 2-run homer, and we were all going to have blizzards. now
We almost called it. It just If that passed ball, if Jack had advanced, I guess Cooper would have hit that home run, right?
That's it. All right, Bryce, here we go. Not 1-0 game, well-played baseball game. We'll have to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the last pitch from Philbrick, but I wouldn't be surprised if Handy's night came to an end. He's at 73.
It's quite a few pitches for a high school, especially, with a brief season.
Did what the cadets would have asked him to do. Gave him 4 scoreless. Philbrick gave the Dolphins a great chance to win. He did a nice job in his 4 innings. And the day for Philbrick with 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. He walked 2 and gave up and struck out 3. So another great outing for the right-hander, who has been everything that we would have hoped for this year. Probably, maybe even exceeding some expectations in how often we've been able to give him the ball and get quality outings. He'll turn it over to freshman right-hander Nate Jensen. Jensen's going to face Lingle, and first pitch fouled. We were wondering, on average, including practices, middle JV and varsity, how many balls a year do we hit that house on?
Oh, I couldn't count, but I'll tell you, it's probably upwards of a couple $1,000s worth of
Yeah,
baseballs.
he should sell them back to us at, X'd out like golf balls. Like it's a hazard.
If it just went one house down, we'd get them all back.
Yeah. All right, 0-1 is now, it was 1-1, and we'll now go 2-1 as Jensen misses away on that.
I will say Jensen's MO since joining the Dolphins really has just been living around the zone.
Gets the call there. So that's the same pitch that Shadle took at 3-0. So, again, as I had said, umpire has been consistent.
He's been consistent.
And that's all I think you want. Once you know he's going to get that strike, it's a strike all day. And good job by Nate Jensen.
That was a
He
great
strikes out
pitch.
the first hitter on a nice curveball there. He went fastball, curveball combo. And down goes Lingle. Coming up now is Adams. He's 0 for 2.
It's the leadoff hitter, correct?
He is. I think he reached on an error. He got on base last inning, but that was courtesy of a little bit of a confusion between first catch and pitch. So
Looks like Nate really has that curveball working today. Sharp break there.
that's one of the better ones I've seen him throw this year. Jensen gets a foul back on the over the Benedictine dugout side of the field. He's enjoyed watching Nathan get going here in the Cape Henry uniform.
I think
Couple
Greg's
big
getting
strikeouts for the Dolphins this year.
getting tomatoes thrown at you or something. What was that?
I think the crowd's had enough of me.
That might be right back up here in a couple minutes, Greg.
So Jensen gets ahead. That one is foul back. So we're 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 5th with the Cadets leading 1-0 on a Saturday afternoon here at Cape Henry. I can hear the Dolphin student section.
It sounded like Cooper.
I was gonna guess I had an AJ Rosenblum.
Ooh, that's probably AJ.
And that ball is lined to the left fielder Kenny Shadle. So nice piece of 2-strike hitting. And the leadoff hitter is on base for the second time today. First courtesy of a hit. Hits have been hard to come by today. That's only the 3rd hit for Benedictine today.
And again, traditional baseball wisdom would tell us we'll probably see some small ball played by Benedictine here.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to tack on an insurance, so we'll have to see if they trust their leadoff hitter and speedster to go get him one. But as you suggested, bunt was thrown out there. He pulled it back, and he took that for, I think, a strike on the outside corner. Yep. So Jensen now with a runner on and 1 out in the top of the 5th. Dolphins would love to keep this a 1-run game. Jensen's going to throw over just to keep him honest.
Got some speed on the base pass there.
I believe Adams was thrown out last time he tried to steal, and I believe he was thrown out by McCann died on a great tag by Yoon.
Yep,
That
sack
ball's
bunt there.
bunted well down the third base line. Wickham's going to have to hustle.
Safe.
He does, and he can't make the play. So at no fault of Jack Wickham's. He charged it. He came in. He barehanded it. He made a great throw to Parker White. But that's speed.
It was.
Gorgeous bunt. right where you want to put it, and the Cadets for the second inning in a row have something going. 2 on, 1 out, and the heart of the lineup. Third place hitter is coming up now for the Cadets.
3-hole hitter.
I did it again.
We don't know if he's the third place hitter on this team.
Everybody's favorite hitter at Benedictine, batting third. Young man is 0 for 2 on the day. Carpenter. He fouls that one off. So Jensen gets ahead.
Probably not a whole lot on from the Cadets here. Just let him swing away.
I'm looking over there, and I think we've got left-hander Andrew Hart getting loose in the Dolphin bullpen. And the same young man, I'm going to have to assume now, is going to come in and pitch the bottom of the 5th for the Cadets.
He's been in the bullpen for about two innings here.
Yeah.
I'd imagine we're going to see him coming out.
All right, Jensen, 0-1, 1 out.
Batter calls time there. Probably trying to throw off the rhythm of Nate here a little bit.
Jensen pitches, and that ball is hit well into center field. Runner's going to try to score. We're going to have a play at the plate. Here's the throw. The runner is safe at home. The runner is safe at third. The runner is safe at second. So Jones went home. Dye didn't want to throw that to third, held onto it to second, and we call that a single. Is it a single and an RBI?
That's a single.
A single and an RBI advances to second on the throw.
It'll likely be scored a double, but that is a single. I'll tell you.
Advances to second.
I will tell you, Greg, the Dolphins really focus on this in practice, and didn't really come to fruition there, but we try to limit those to long singles. We would rather make that throw to second base and give up that run,
Okay.
and just limit the extra scoring position.
So by throwing it home, we allowed a second runner to get into scoring position, and we take the easy double play ball out of the way. So, again, I like the aggressive thought. That said, with that speed on the base pads, might have been better off hitting the cutoff man, keeping the double play in effect. So 2-0 now. Big moment here. Dangerous cleanup hitter up for Benedictine. And they've got runners at second and third with 1 down. Last 2 balls were hit pretty well. So they got some cheap hits early. Those weren't cheap hits.
Well,
Jensen drops that in for a strike, and it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down on the cleanup hitter, Johnson. 2 for 2 on the day. Dolphins trail 2-0, top of 5.
Whoa!
Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying. I think we have a safety net there, and everybody's okay. And there's the bat just fell. So, strikeout?
Wow. He threw that bat with some force there, Greg. I could hear that hit the brick from all the way out here.
Yeah, it was moving. I don't know whether the pitch was faster or the bat was faster. I think the bat went faster than the pitch did. Jensen struck him out on a curveball. Johnson gave everything he had to get it, and a little too much, to be honest, and threw his bat into the safety net. So with 2 down, catches the outside corner. 2 down, Saunders is going to come up. Jensen would love to get the Dolphins back in and only give up 1 there. Top of 5, 2-0 Cadets, 0-1 count on the right-handed hitter. Drops a curveball in.
Not sure curveball would be the best pitch here. I would like to see him go way outside with a fastball here.
Way ahead, 0-2, 2 down, 2 on, 1 in the inning.
This goes right back to the
Does
curveball.
exactly what you asked for. Threw that out there, couldn't get him to fish. So we'll do 1-2. Saunders is a couple base on balls today. And you know who's looming in the on deck circle?
The big left-hander.
The big left-handed hitter. The big right-handed pitcher. Here we go. Jensen, 1-2, 2 down. Ball's hit well to right field. Cox is back 4 steps, in a step, and he makes the grab. So well done by Jensen. Gets out of the jam after a couple of hard hit balls. They string 3 hits and get a run out of it. And at the end of the top of the 5th, the Cadets lead 2-0. So the Dolphins will send up 8, 9, and 1 in this inning. So a big momentum change there from 2 on and 1 out for the Dolphins and a hard hit ball that turned into a double play. They get nothing. The Cadets come back and get 1.
This game is a game of momentum. You know, it's really that was a big inning for the Dolphins to get out of there, limiting to 1. I would love to see them carry that momentum over to the offensive half.
Base runners now, right? 5th, 6th, and 7th, time for people to do their job. So as much as I'd like to see the next young man hit the ball to me, I want them to get on base. Let's get base runners on and let the top of our lineup do their thing. Big right-hander is going to come back out for his 5th inning of work. And so I actually was a little surprised to see that. They clearly have somebody ready to go, but they feel comfortable here. Handy with 73 pitches. Control been a little bit of an issue for him.
It's really focusing on this curveball in this.
Dolphins haven't put a runner past second base today.
That's true.
All right. Angley's going to come to the plate. He's 0 for 1, grounded out in his first at-bat. Hit a couple hits on an RBI yesterday against Academy, and the sophomore first baseman designated hitter-catcher will look to get the Dolphins their leadoff hitter on for the 3rd straight inning. Big right-hander comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. 1-0 count on Angley. Angley takes down. Again, Dolphins would love to get that leadoff hitter on, and Angley's way ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander steps off and back on. He's set. Angley's set. And we're at 2-0. Angley takes away 3-0. So have to imagine they'll ask him to take a strike here. Dolphins trailing by 2, need base runners. And Angley's way ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Right-handed pitcher for Benedictine. Angley steps out. Right-hander has not even broken his stance. He is going to wait for Angley to get back in the box, which he is. And the right-hander comes set with the pitch. Same 3-0 strike that he gave on Kenny Shadle. He throws right there on Angley, and now Angley at 3-1. Potentially hit it again. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. Angley heads down Broadway, and from 3-0 to 3-2. Right-hander comes set, and here's the pitch. Strikes Angley out.
Not sure if you said it yet, Greg, but now we have our big right-hander warming up in the pen.
So we went 3-0 on Angley. Got a corner 3-1 pitch, and then got him on the next 2, and that'll bring up McCadden, who's walked in his first at-bat. Dye hits the ball down the right field line. That's fair.
Fair ball.
And Dye's going to take a look and go back. So freshman's on base for the 2nd time and hits one to the opposite field. Drops in a single, and Dolphins will bring the tying run up in the form of Bryce Jones. We'll have to see now. This will be the 3rd time through the lineup.
Wind looks like it's shifted.
Right around the, let's see, Angley 6. That's 7, so he's right at the 80 pitch mark. Andrew Hart's going to courtesy run.
It's a good time to have the wind shifting back towards us, Greg. Out in center field here.
Sure, Jones would love to get a base hit. He looked a little frustrated with himself. I think he knows he probably should have gone to 2nd on that one. Didn't cost the Dolphins. And that's bounces all around. The pitcher is actually going to pick up his own wild pitch. So that's a bumper pool table right there. That ball shot off the catcher's glove, off to the right of home plate, and bounced all the way to the Benedictine dugout. And Andrew Hart easily ran to 2nd. I thought for a second he might get to 3rd.
It's really the only way to advance with our backstop. It's quite short.
So Hart at second, courtesy running from Cat and I. Left-handed Bryce Jones comes up. Dolphins trail 2-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Jones swings through a fastball.
Looks like he just missed that one, Greg. Sounds like the Garens have some friends over. Christopher Garen.
All right, 1-1 pitch from Post Great Neck Baseball buddies. 1-1 pitch on the way to Jones. And he swings through a fastball, strike two. So the big right-hander has challenged the last couple of hitters.
And we'll see, we should see the Dolphins really bearing down and just trying to put this ball in play, whatever it takes.
Jones in the hole, 1-2. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. Outside, catcher pump fakes that he's going to work Hart back to the bag. Andrew not buying it, walk back, touch second. And we'll do it again here at 2-2 with 1 down. Dolphins would love to get their first run on the board right here. Jones single would probably get the job done with Hart's speed. Hart jumps back over. Little shortstop having a little fun getting behind him there.
Greg, it looks like they have another big right-hander warming up in the pen now.
Oh, where did the regular side right-hander go? Just in there to just get loose, I guess.
Maybe some work in between days.
And Jones swings through that pitch. He seemed pumped with that. Benedictine pitcher enjoying his strikeouts, as he has the right to do.
I actually believe he thought the ball was going to be thrown around there. The way he walked off the mound kind of looked like he was expecting the ball to be thrown around. Maybe forgot Andrew Hart's on second base.
Gave up a single there, buddy. Can't be doing that. All right, so Josh Holland now looking to knock a runner in for the Dolphins. And Holland hits a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop has it. And unfortunately, the Dolphins strand another runner. Nothing doing in the fifth. So credit the big right-hander from Benedictine, Handy. He has gone 5 strong. He has limited the Dolphins to 3 hits. And after 5, it's 2-0 Cadets. Wonder if that'll be it for him. He's now at the 86 mark.
You will see a lot of, maybe the top end of rotations in high school. You'll see pitchers get up to the 100 mark.
Okay.
Generally, you don't see many pitchers going past 100. 120 is usually the number that's a red flag to coaches.
All right, so Jensen's going to come back out for the Dolphins. They could use an easy inning. We haven't. The last couple innings have been a lot of action on the base paths. Dolphins could use an easy inning. Defensively, they're in the same alignment that they've been all day.
I believe the Dolphins have
Lack of a
2.
big hit today.
I think the Dolphins have 2 pitchers ready to come in should they need it. Andrew Hart and our big right-handed pitcher, Kenny Scheidel.
All right. Jensen's ready. Rorty comes up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He had a sacrifice bunt as well, and he hits the first one foul over the Cape Henry dugout, and Jensen gets ahead early 0-1 here in the top of the 6th. 2-0 Cadets. Again, Dolphins stepping out of conference where they've been incredibly successful so far this season. That ball's ripped foul down the right field line.
He hung that curveball just a little bit there, Greg.
Jensen way ahead 0-2. Let's see if he can put away the hitter in the 6th slot for the Benedictine lineup today.
There you go, Greg. Not the 6th place hitter. For all we know, he could lead the team in batting average.
He could. He could be ranked 6th in his class, in which case then it would be a perfect way to say he was ranked 6th in the school. But I'm sure they're all tied for 1. Here we go. Pitch on the way, just misses high.
Actually, looking at
that one, but
our
we'll go 1-2.
currently
Warranty.
looking at our third different pitcher in the Cadets bullpen. We're
Another
back
right.
to a regular size right-hander.
And that ball is a line drive base hit to center field.
Josh makes a great diving attempt at it.
So Rory was in the hole 0-2 and gets a leadoff single. So Jensen going to be working again with runners on base.
And
He put a few solid swings on some balls today.
looks like Josh Holland's mom will be doing a little bit of laundry tonight too. Or maybe Josh does his own laundry. That would be great.
And I see our I see Mr. Pinnell heading back into the bullpen. So Dolphins are going to get another arm going. I guess that's Andrew Hart again.
Mm-hmm.
Left-hander will be next in line, it looks like, unless the Dolphins can get to the 7th, where they probably will use Kenny, who's been coming in and closing games out.
He's a hard-throwing right-hander.
So shows bunt, takes high, 1-0.
With a 2-0 lead, you'll see small ball from the Cadets here, just trying to get some extra insurance runs, stay out of double plays, extend the game as long as they can.
And 2 runs, you still have what I always would say, you get the dink and the dunk, and you're right back in.
Mm-hmm.
3 obviously gets a little bigger. That bunt is up in the air and behind catcher McCadden-Dye out of play. So fouled back.
And the athletes are not allowed to play the ball off any of the fences or anything, so it would not have counted as an out if he had caught that off the net.
Jensen throws over. Base runner dives back in. He's in safe. Cadets had 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. Got a runner on again. Lead off on in the 6th. That's a nice bunt. Jensen's going to pick it up, think about second, smartly go to first, and sacrifice well done, job well done by the Benedictine hitter, who's asked to move the runner over, and he does just that.
May have had a shot at second there, Greg. It would have been nice to see McCadden coming out really screaming and telling Nate exactly where to throw that ball, but way to field his position there, take the out.
All right, Jensen's going to do battle now with, I believe this is our catcher, Benedictine catcher coming up. Fletcher, he's 0 for 2 on the day.
Looks like a pinch hitter coming in, or maybe just hitting out of order there. Nope, definitely a sub. Third base coach for the Cadets, letting the umpires know about his sub here.
They just, I think they pulled Fletcher, right?
Looks like the coach might be motioning that he will be re-entering this game. Is he their catcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll most likely be re-entering this game to play defense.
So you can pinch hit me and then put me right back into my position?
As long as it's a starter, you can re-enter as many starters as you want, but they
One
have
time?
to come in. Yes, just one time. But he has to come in for who just came in for him. So it looks like a pinch hitter. I mean, this could be their other catcher as well.
Okay.
We'll have to wait till next inning to see.
All right, so while Game Changer's telling me this is Fletcher, this isn't Fletcher. Fletcher was 0 for 2. Young man at the plate is in an 0-1 count with 1 down and a runner on second. Cadets lead 2-0 in the top of the 6th. That ball is hit. Let's see if Harper or Bryce can get it. They can't.
Gonna
That's
drop.
Score a run. Cox throws it in. Jensen White cuts it off. And whatever buttons Benedictine seemed to push there works well. So pinch hitter comes in, knocks in a run, and the Napo shot.
What a good job by the Dolphin defense, limiting him to a single there.
3-0. That ball dropped right between where Jones and Cox, 2 of the fastest outfielders that you can have. So that ball is well placed. It's a nice piece of hitting. Kid went opposite field, knocked in an RBI single, and they're going to play a little bit more small ball. Trying to push a bunt there down the third base line and get another runner into scoring position with a 9-hitter and turn the lineup back over to the top of the order. So Benedictine tacking on. They've got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, now 1 in the 6th with 1 out. Probably the first time I've seen Jensen deal with this type of adversity. very good ball club, barreling up some balls on him. So let's see if he can persist and show some resiliency and get us back in the dugout.
Certainly don't think he's having
Parker
a...
White. He's going to field it and step on first. Just as good of a bunt. They advance their runner to second base with 2 outs, and they're going to bring up their leadoff hitter.
You know, even with a few runs given up by Nate here, he's really having a great outing. Just a great offensive club in Benedictine here.
So just so you know, that was Dortch that pinch hit it and now is on second. So young man gets an RBI. You should hear his name. Parents will be happy.
Looks like
Dortch
we're going to
came
see...
in, did a nice job. He's getting some
Oh,
dap
we're
from the third base coach.
going to see Kenny Scheidel coming in here. Andrew Hart goes out to left
All
field.
right, let's see what we got going on. Which will
So Nate's
end
out of the
DH's
game.
Day. Yes?
Let's see here. So Nate's out of the game. Is Justin Philbrick in this game? So Nate came in for...
Nate came in
Philbrick.
for Philbrick. Shadle now. White. So
Well, no. So they could still DH for Andrew Hart here. So Andrew Hart is in for Nate Jensen.
So Andrew Hart could potentially be playing left field and not hitting.
Yes.
Or he goes into the DH slot.
Or they kill the DH and Andrew is
Takes
your
innings.
typical left fielder.
Where would he go in the batting order? The DH spot?
He would hit where, if he is to hit, he will hit where Cooper would be hitting.
Got it. So many more little nuance rules in high school ball that sometimes it's a little easier. In pro ball, you pinch hit for, and you will not be playing.
And you
against
can't
him.
play again. That is true. Now, Cooper has seen this. He's actually swung the bat today, so traditional wisdom would tell you that Cooper stays and hits.
You rarely, at this point in the game.
It's tough to bring in.
Dolphins will be fortunate to get that spot up again, so we'll have to see if it matters, right? I think the inning ended with 1 hitter there, so.
You got 2 more chances.
So they'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he is due up again in the 7th. But Dolphins now need to get back in the dugout. They're chasing 3. They do not want to make this any more difficult. And Jensen's taking a walk down the third baseline. Young man did a great job. Put the ball where it needed to be. And again, you're playing one of the best teams in the state, and they're known to be an offensively dominant team. And
For many, many years.
hope he keeps his head up, and if he walks past us, we're going to remind him to.
I will tell you, 2 runs. Giving up 2 runs as a freshman to a very, very powerful Benedictine team is a great outing. We certainly look forward to what Nate can do in the future.
So the Dolphins are going to bring in Shadle with 2 out in the 6th. Presumably he could get the next 4 outs for the Dolphins. He has been used. He opened the first game of the year, sort of like the Florida Marlins do, as an opener. He pitched an inning, and then the Dolphins went by committee in an opening day loss to Walsingham, which they bounced back in the TCIS matchup against them and defeated him here. But predominantly the last 3 times I've seen Shadle come in, he has come in and saved well. So hard throwing right-hander, probably the hardest throwing Dolphin right now. And he is going to face the leadoff batter, Adams.
So a good
1 for 3.
Good spot to bring in a hard throwing righty here. Not that Nate and Philly don't throw hard, but Kenny throws in the upper 80s, and certainly an adjustment for the Cadets hitters here.
Misses inside on his first pitch.
And we see the 4th different Cadets bullpen pitcher here.
Right-hander is set.
Another righty.
Right-handed hitter is ready, and here's the 1-0 pitch. And that dropped in. Looks like he took something off that.
A little, maybe
A couple games ago, he struck a young man out for the 2nd out of an inning against Atlantic Shores with a heck of a changeup. Pulled the string nice.
Kenny asked for a new sign.
Not just straight gas. 1-1, 2 down, 1 in on the inning. Dolphins need to get in the dugout. Chasing 3 right now.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a late call time there. Not sure if the umpire should have honored that, but he did.
One. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
A little bit late on that fastball there.
Shadle ahead in the count. See how he tries to close him out.
A few different options here for Kenny. I think he's got about 4 pitches in his repertoire.
1-2, 2 down. Top of the 6th. Dolphins trailing 3-0. 6 outs to go, though. Plenty of time. High and away. That ball slipped out of Kenny's hands a little bit. So we'll go 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hard throwing right-hander now in the Benedictine dugout getting loose. We've had guys getting loose the last 4 innings.
I hope he's not throwing in the dugout. That might be dangerous.
Foul back. So nice at bat by the leadoff hitter. Got himself in a hole, and he's working himself back into the at-bat well. Baseball gods are true to themselves. This ball's getting hit to Andrew Hart, who just came in the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Probably ball 3, but a little close for him to take, and Adams fights off a high fastball and fouls it off the backstop, and we'll go 2-2 again.
Well, that's a really tricky pitch. Sorry, that was a tricky pitch to catch up to, especially with someone throwing as hard as Kenny does. Ball gets up on you, and I feel like you got to swing.
That ball's fouled back behind the Benedictine dugout. Shadle giving it a chase over. Probably went over and said hi to the Benedictine dugout. How you guys doing? You all going to go to short break for wings after? They said no. We're going to bus home. So Kenny's back on the bump. This is a heck of an at-bat. 8th or 9th pitch of this at-bat. 2-2, 2 out, 1 on. Dolphins trail 3-0. Here's the pitch. Ball is roped into left field. Hart's going to come up throwing. Ball's going to get cut off by Wickham. And as I told you, the baseball guys don't seem to lie. That ball finds the newest guy in the diamond. The ball was, 2-2 pitch was ripped to left field, pulled well. Hart came up throwing, but not in time. And so the Benedictine gets another big insurance run and pads their lead. They're now up 4-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Tough there on that pickoff, I guess. Was having second thoughts about whether he wanted to pick it. Didn't cost us any damage. Nicked off a Wick's glove and McCadden grabbed it. But a little more indecision than I've seen from the Dolphins defensively. They've been a very clean defensive team for the most part of the season. A couple moments today. They'll look back on it. They'll want back. Uh-oh. Things are falling.
Did that get unplugged? Greg, that get unplugged?
Wait.
Well, hopefully.
Somehow, if we're still announcing, I'd be surprised, because I think I unplugged everything. I'm missing a cord.
It's right there. I see it. Right next to the string box. Yep. Not sure if you can hear us, but Kenny just outside.
I think we're good.
What was that?
4-0
count. 2-2 count, Greg.
Shadle trying to get the Dolphins back in the dugout. Long inning for the Dolphins. Bats woke up in the 4th for Benedictine, and they've done some damage in the 5th and the 6th. That's high and away, and Shadle's a little frustrated.
You've seen the Cadets' dugout really come alive this inning, too. We're definitely riding that momentum from the couple big innings from them.
3-2, 2 outs. Benedictine will send the runner. It's a swing and a miss. So Kenny gets out of it. Benedictine gets 2. Strands 1. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Dolphins trailing 4-0. So the Dolphins need all 26,000 fans to get going here. In bowling, this is the big builder frame. You know, we don't want to leave it all. So let's get 2 back here, and then we'll win it on a walk-off.
We actually do have a couple Dolphin hitters on this team with. I know Josh Holland has a walk-off hit in his record book.
Correct, I remember that. His freshman year.
Freshman year.
He had a walk-off, yep. A couple guys had walk-offs that year.
Mm-hmm. I believe Rush Friedberg had one that year as well.
He did. I believe Andy's going to come back out. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Cadets dugout running down the right field line here, staying
they
loose.
did that after the third, too. I like it. We should have paintball guns. It'd make a little sport. And then they could have a paintball gun and send our guys down. A little back and forth. Looks like some of the Dolphin fans are heading for the exits. I hope they're just coming out here to the outfield because they know the bomb show's supposed to start soon. We play a full 7 here. No point in leaving. Yeah, we are currently sitting in the coldest place in Virginia Beach. I have moved back to sit in a little bit of the sun because it's somewhere between 26 and 28 degrees in the booth today, which is odd since it's 65 outside.
Color commentary is currently seeing.
Yeah. It's literally frostbitten color commentary today.
I'm about
5 feet higher up in here than
Yeah,
you,
your
Greg.
altitude adds up. You're lost another 4 degrees. You have stalactites coming off there. All right. Dolphins are going to get it going with their number 3 hitter, Parker White. He's 1 for 2. Had an opposite field single in the first, struck out in his last at-bat, which is I think, probably the first time I might have seen him do that all year.
Having a great season for the Dolphins as a freshman.
Andy is in control for the Cadets, and he has been in control. The Dolphins have put runners on the base a few times. Nobody at third yet in the game for the Dolphins.
I don't think
Best
Parker.
opportunity they had was wiped out with that hit
Yep.
run. All right.
I think since the first game of the year, Parker has really solidified himself as the 3-hole hitter, hasn't he?
He certainly has. He certainly has. What I love is that a lot of upper-class Dolphins letting him know he's
It's
every
his spot.
bit deserving of that spot. So
See Bryce Jones giving him a ride to school every once in a while.
and Parker's going to do exactly what the Dolphins need. They need runners. Okay, so right-hander walks him on 4 pitches. I got to imagine he's on a bit of a short leash here. I mean, while he has a substantial 4-0 lead, his pitch count's getting up there, and
Don't see a whole lot of movement in the Cadets bullpen as their coach now walks out.
here we go. We dared him to, and that's that.
Looks like he's just having a little chat, though.
We'll see if we're having a pitching change or just discussing what we're going to stop and get on the ride back up to Richmond. I think right now he said if he gets through 6, he gets to pick, and I heard Pierce's Barbecue is where they wanted to stop.
Actually, chatting with their bus driver before the game, he made reference to Pierce's and said that's where he's going. He doesn't know where the team's going to go.
You got to love it because bus driver eats free. So that's free advertising. You could send Tyler and I some T-shirts or some barbecue. We'd be happy. But that's Pierce's Barbecue off of I-60.
Every trip to Williamsburg.
4-0. Wickham's up. The Laser Show hit one out yesterday. His first home run in a Cape Henry uniform. Bomb to left to kind of put the Dolphins up 8-0 yesterday and really solidify that rivalry win. He comes up now, the big opportunity. Down 4, 1-0 count to the sophomore. That misses low.
Well, the center fielder threw his arms up there.
Young man is saying, I think that's been called a strike throughout the day, and I don't think he's wrong there. But
I
it
don't
wasn't
think
on
he
this
is
one,
either.
and that's all that matters. So 2-0 to Wickham. Wick would be happy to get on base any possible way here. He's going to take up and away, and it's 3-0. So that's 7 straight balls to start the 6th. And I have to imagine we're going to take a pitch here. Might even take 2. Jack's comfortable with the bat and hitting with 2 strikes. Dolphins need to get back in this one. Got 6 outs to play with. Let's chip away. 3-0 to Wickham. Here's the pitch. Misses up and away.
And we're going to see a new pitcher
So
here.
that's going to be it for the right-hander. So, heck of an outing for Handy. He's going to finish with 5 innings pitched. He gave up 3 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 9. He's going to walk off the mound having thrown 94 pitches today. And he gave his team a heck of an outing. So right-hander.
I can see a whole lot more of the.
If you want to tell me what grade he is, you can. Or not.
I see a whole lot more of the batting circle now that we have this right-hander on the mound.
This kid's not nearly as tall as the big righty, but he looks to be throwing the ball quite hard too. Looks like a little late movement on that.
You got a new second baseman for the Cadets too.
So was it the second baseman that came into pitch?
It looks like it.
All right, so the second baseman is going to go. We'll see. Let's see if I can. Looks like Lingle will go from second base to pitch, and they're going to insert a new second baseman. So Benedictine coaches used some pinch hitters in a couple moments today, and most notably knocked in the big third run of the game on a pinch hit single. And I didn't check to see if that young man stayed in and caught. I don't think he did. I think Fletcher came back in to catch.
It looks like the first catcher of the day.
Actually, they have Dortch down as the catcher, so maybe he did say, oh, that's just, they don't. That's what official scorekeeper Cape. Man with a plan, game changing. Mr. Brian Wickham. So Jack Wickham on first, Parker White on second. New pitcher comes in, and the first thing he's going to do is face the Dolphins' leading home run hitter, Kenny Shadle. So here's a moment where what we need is base hits and keep the train moving. Wouldn't mind if it moved down the line in the form of a 3-run homer, but
Well,
big thing for Kenny right now is to get these two runners into scoring position and allow his teammates. 4-2 to start the 7th sounds great to me. Not as great as 5-4 us, but we'll get there.
we'd love to see a team at bat from Kenny here. He does have the potential to take one out, but a single really might mean more for the Dolphins in the long run.
So we'll see how they play Kenny here. Again, they're shifted a little bit to play the pull, but not covering the lines. Third baseman hugging the line, first baseman hugging the line. A lot of holes for the big right-hander.
Same with the
Now in
outfield.
pitcher, he started in left field.
Outfield,
2 on the day.
Greg, the outfield is actually pinched in off the line too, and Kenny shows bunt there.
Shows bunt, love it. So shows bunt, pulls it back. Lingle misses. 0 for 2 on the day. Kenny's due.
Is that the 9th straight
Big
ball
junior.
at this inning?
Benedictine's gotten another guy loose in their bullpen.
A big right-hander.
That ball scoots away. White reads it well. He gets to third. Wick gets to second, and suddenly a 2-0 count, and the Dolphins have 2 runs in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. So this is a team that has been resilient all year in their losses. They did a great job. Even in those 3 losses, the Dolphins had opportunities in every game and made things difficult. They had the bases loaded in NSA when they lost that game, and they lost actually on a walk-off to Walsingham, but had the bases loaded against St. Chris in that loss. So Shadle with a big moment here. 2-0, nobody out, trailing by 4 in the bottom of the 6th.
And the whole Dolphins dugout on their feet now. Their feet. I don't know why I said feet, Greg.
Gets a strike there. Not sure. Felt like that was a little in and high. But again, I'm sitting a long way away. So 2-1, Shadle, ready, swings and fouls one back.
You know, pop fly deep in the outfield will get a job done here too.
All right,
Might
so
advance 2 runners.
great chance for the Dolphins. Roll it over to second base here, and we get a run in and move another runner over. And so without a hit, we can score 2 here, but got to get that ball in play. 2-2 count. Nobody out. Shadle steps out of the box.
Looks like he's trying to.
Couple arms getting loose. 2 more right-handers getting loose in the Benedictine bullpen.
Possibly 3, Greg. It looks like the 2 guys are just warming up together. 1 with an actual catcher.
Oh yeah, with 3 arms. You're right.
That's
Shadle hits a hard ground ball, almost takes Cox's feet off. The quick-footed Harper Cox jumped up, and Kenny stays alive.
Brings the count to 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th, with the Dolphins trailing 4-0 to the Cadets of Benedictine. Shadle's ready. Takes low. We'll go full. Benedictine catcher couldn't find that, but nowhere for Parker to go.
It's definitely the starting catcher out there, Greg.
Yeah, I think I'll put him back in there. All right, so here we go. Shadle with a 3-2 count for the second straight at bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lingle looks in. Dolphins with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch.
That's a
Shadle
good
rips
hit.
it into left field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Wickham's going to hold up, and Kenny Shadle does a job right there.
It's actually a great throw by the Cadets left fielder there.
So the Benedictine fielder came up and did that. I thought for a second they were going to let the newly found speed of Jack Wickham, but he would have been thrown out by about 2.5 miles on that one. So
I agree.
good decision by Coach Dodolo. And Kenny Shadle does exactly what the Dolphins asked from him right here. And now this will be an interesting moment to see if we play around here with maybe trying to get another runner in a scoring position.
And Kenny's got a little bit of speed on the
4-1,
base paths,
Dolphins are on the
too.
board. Let's do something crooked here, huh? Let's go.
You know, even as big as Kenny is, he does have some speed as well. You could see him moving on the base paths.
Left-handed Harper Cox takes a fastball for a strike right there. Dolphins would love at minimum to get this second run on board across the board. Wickham leads off at third, Shadle at first. Nobody out, 1 strike on Harper Cox. Harper is swing and a miss there. Cox is 0 for 1 on the day. He's got a base on balls, I believe, or a hit by pitch, but he was on.
He was walked. Yoon was
Okay.
hit.
In a big hole right here. He's down 0-2. We'll have to see if the Dolphins want to try to get Kenny in motion and get another runner in scoring position for Yoon.
Yep.
They do, and Cox hits the ball in the air. Kenny's going to have to hustle back.
What are you doing,
That
Jack?
ball is going to drop in. Now Shadle's going to have to hustle. Wickham comes in to score. Shadle is safe.
And all 26,000 fans on their feet.
And that noise wasn't coming from the booth. That was the 26,000 strong.
The fans are going
The
crazy.
fans are going crazy. Here's one crazed fan. The Dolphins are up 4-2. So a couple Dolphin fans, they weren't thinking
Sorry, the
about
Dolphins
leaving. They were
trail
running out here to
4-2.
the outfield to get rowdy. So now we've got. So it's funny that much like some of the Benedictine hits that dropped in for RBIs, Harp did not hit that hard, but he hit it to the right spot. 4-2, nobody out, 2 on, and Yoon could crack it into the gap and tie this game.
We could also potentially see a sack bunt here to keep out of double plays and move the runners into scoring position as well.
Big
Yoon will
moment
be the
right here.
perfect.
Big moment right here. So Lingle has come in.
Yep, and we're going to see a
4-2.
sack.
Dolphins getting back into this. Yoon shows bunt. That ball squirts away, and they're going to take it as a ball. So Dolphins sort of no energy to lots of energy here.
I would expect another bunt here again, Greg. Probably sack bunt.
Bunt would put the bat in Angley's hands with 2 on in scoring position if Che can successfully move him over, but I'm not certain that he'll be doing that again. Could be an opportunity here for Yoon to get a big base hit.
Well, you won't have the third baseman charging here, so if you can keep it down the third base line, you've got a good chance of even reaching first himself.
Yoon's ready. That's a throwback to second. Shadle dives in. So speed on the base pass. As you said, Tyler, Kenny is a big boy, but he can move a little bit. Harper has got flat out wheels. Ball in the gap is tying this game.
Yoon himself has some speed, too.
4-2. Nobody out. Yoon at the plate. 1-0 count.
You've definitely seen a momentum shift in this game
Dolphins
throughout this
love
inning.
seeing Handy get out of that. Get off the mound there. Yoon pushes a bunt down the first baseline.
It's a smart play.
Runners are in scoring position, and Angley can tie the game with a single. He comes up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Nice job of sacrificing by Yoon, and let's see if Angley can pick him up.
You know, that's the perks of having an ex-college coach on third base there. He really knows that situation, and
All right, Angley comes up, 2 on. Big moment for the Dolphins. 4-2. They did what they needed to do. They cut into the lead, and now they have a chance to tie the game. Lingle's going to step off. Lingle gave up a bloop single to Shadle, a sacrifice bunt to Yoon Che, and now he'll face the sophomore, designated hitter, who swings and hits a high fly ball. This should at least score 1. Left fielder is going to throw it in, and Angley does a job and scores a run. A I'll tell you what, he missed that. He just missed that. He was thinking we were going to go get Blizzard. Cooper knew. Hit a home run. Everybody gets a Blizzard today at the yard, and that'll save us about $14,000 in Blizzard costs. Angley gets an RBI, second straight day. He does a job there, and he'll hand the bat off to McCadden Dye. Dolphins do a great job of getting 3 here. That's the second out of the inning. The scoreboard is off there. We got 2 down, 3 in, runner on second. How about it, McCadden Dye? He had a single, buddy.
Single ties this game up. Got the fastest kid on the team on second base here. Single definitely ties it up here.
Scores it. When it left the bat from Angley, I thought maybe it had a chance, but it was deep enough to drive the run in.
This wind has been circling all day. Who knows which way it was blowing at that moment.
Dye ready, takes a strike. So, Dolphins started the inning down 4-0. They have scraped together a couple walks, a bloop base hit, a sacrifice bunt, a sacrifice fly, and then all of a sudden it's 4-3 with the tying run at second base. McCadden Dye in a 1-1 count. The speedy Harper Cox at second. He'll be off with the crack. That ball is swung on and hit to the shortstop. Ooh, took a tough bounce. He fights through it, and Lingle gets out of that. So the Dolphins score 3 on 1 hit, 2 walks, a sacrifice fly, and a sacrifice blunt, and we'll go to the 7th down 4-3. We're going to get back in the game, boys.
Greg, we will see the top of our order coming back up for the bottom of the 7th. We will start with Bryce Jones.
Be great. Jones, Holland, and
Parker White
will come up. So a huge 6th inning. They did what they needed to do. Like I said, the builder frame in bowling, they got a strike there. So now we can go turkey and finish strong. I said we were going to win on a walk-off. I'm standing by it. And Ed Faubert, Assistant Athletic Director Ed Faubert, has promised free blizzards for everybody if the Dolphins win today. So we'll get
on his dime.
We'll head over to Dairy Queen.
About 3 miles down the road.
I see a couple seniors here that are cheering the Dolphins on. We've got captains of our golf and lacrosse teams over there, stud soccer players, and then former student Dylan Magruder.
Former baseball player Dylan Magruder.
Just all-around great guy, Dylan Magruder. Magruder, the crime dog. That's McGruff, the crime dog.
McGruff.
Magruder's not a crime dog at all.
I don't know. He might sniff out some crime. He's a good kid.
That he is. Where's he going?
I don't know.
Magruder's headed to the College of Charleston. That whole row of boy, we got college. We got
James Madison University.
So we've got a UVA, a JMU, a College of Charleston, and I think a young man that's undecided. And another College of Charleston. So
we're sending our whole entire senior class to College of Charleston next year.
All the boys in our school are going to the College of Charleston. Except Bryce, he's going to ODU. Bryson's going to Liberty to hoop it up.
Yeah, that was a big commitment. I saw that the other day. I think that's going to be a great fit for Bryson.
I may go ahead and commit pretty soon to go announce some games somewhere. I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to the San Francisco Giants and New York Knicks next week.
Ooh. I'm going to go from really warm to pretty chilly.
I'll just do Knicks playoff games. We might get to the playoffs.
Oh, right,
we got a ball game now. 4-3. Top of the 7th.
Oh, that ball's
Call
gone.
it 5-3. So that got out in a hurry. And I saw that off the absolute crack of the bat. That's the first one I saw that well this year. But so momentum is momentum's as good as the first pitch we throw, I guess. So he sat fastball. He turned on that. He hit that ball deep and out of here into left field, and that'll make it 5-3. That's a big run for Benedictine. Get the momentum back a little bit right there. And
Definitely.
The name of the man who hit that.
Very important. The Dolphins scored 3 last inning.
So that's Carpin. He took the first pitch he saw in the top of the 7th.
And as we said, this is one of the best hitting teams in the state of Virginia.
And he drilled that. That's a no-doubter.
Oh, yeah. Great piece.
Swing and a miss.
Greg, where are they in the order right now?
Good question. That was their number 3 hitter, so this is another power hitter. So 3, 4, 5 were due up. 3 takes Kenny deep. Now he's got the cleanup hitter to deal with. This is a young man that we have seen do some damage to Cape Henry in the state semifinals a couple of years ago. 5-3 Benedictine, top of 7. Dolphins put 3 on the board in the bottom of the 6th to get back into the game, unfortunately.
I'd love to see Kenny bring this ball down a little bit. The last couple pitches have been up.
Shadle with a 1-2 pitch, and he's going to ring him up. Well done. So gives up the homer, bounces back with a strikeout. Like we were going to win 5-4, so we'll just win 6-5.
Definitely, the Dolphins still have a lot of life. They're not hanging heads. I don't see any heads down.
No, I really loved what I saw in the Dolphin dugout down 4. They were, fired up in that first at bat, really understanding how quick a ball game can change.
And you can certainly look in and see them all on their feet right now.
They're gonna have top of the lineup up. So Kenny's working through. He's kind of finding his groove now.
I think he's rearing back, throwing it a little harder than he did earlier in this game too.
Having to probably look at that ball go out made him a little bit juiced. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that he's sitting in the 5 hole for next inning. If he gets up,
might be going on our softball field.
Special.
We might be walking on our softball field to pick a ball up.
I think I can run out and join the party from here. I can clear that jump. All right, he got him there.
I think he went.
Have to hustle. He does. He picks it up. He throws him out. So it's a drop strike 3 and another strikeout for Kenny. All right. Shadle bounces back with 2 strikeouts. He's now going to face Saunders. No. That might be Rorty. We'll see. It's going to be Rorty who's coming up. This is
fouls
a
one
young
off.
man who had a big hit in the last inning.
A little bit,
Bunt, but he had a nice.
A little bit late on that one there.
Cadets in that last inning to score a run. Dolphins would love to get in the dugout right now, chasing 2. Shadle evens the count at 1-1. Couple guys getting loose. The big boy, I think, is going to come in and close.
He was the one warming up the most, it looked like.
So, Benedictine, as I said, sitting currently in the VISAA private school Division I state rankings, sitting just behind Cape Henry. So, state implications on the line. Both of these teams would love to finish top 4, avoid a first-round game, and get to play their second-round game in the confines of their yard. And the Dolphins have a lot of quality baseball left ahead of them. Big week coming up, but big inning coming up. So 2-2, 2 down. Shadle brings them up. All right, so start us off, Bryce Jones. Dolphins are going to come in chasing 2. They're down, going to the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail the Cadets 5-3 in what's been a fun Saturday ball game. We've had a good time in here, and if we're going to end this the right way, we're going to put 2 on and hit one over to Dr. Guerin. I see he's over there. He's going to catch it. We're all going to run around, and then Ed Faubert's taking us to get some blizzards. Fans in the Dolphin outfield are just bustling with energy. They know that they're about to see a big night. Dolphin athletic trainer and superfan Tracy Pinkin
on her feet.
Can't contain her excitement for this.
She is pacing back and forth back there.
Speed and agility and strength man himself, Phil the 3-point shooting machine Rakoff.
He's about to lift up the gator right there.
He's ready.
He's lifting that gator above his head right now. It's a strong man.
All right, we've had some fun today, and we're going to have a little more in this inning. So let's see what we got. Nope, they're going to bring back out Lingle. He's going to at least start the inning. Maybe it's just everybody who can throw right-handed for Benedictine.
He's going to go warm up.
Seriously.
They just want us
There's
to...
another guy in there, and this guy looks like he's a hoss. He is a big boy.
He's a very big boy.
Yeah.
Probably pumps that ball in there. Let's see. Let's take a look.
I'll tell you, one guy that's going home with a sore hand is the Benedictine bullpen catcher.
Yes. He
has been worked over. So, top of the lineup.
I think he has been in that bullpen ever since inning 2.
Yeah. He's not going to get him. They're going to use a spatula to get that poor kid on the ground.
He needs a blizzard, Greg.
All right. Benedictine looking for 3 outs and the win. Dolphins will have the top of the order up. Bottom of the order did their job, made things interesting. Unfortunately, we gave up a home run there, or it would be super duper interesting, but it's still very, very interesting. So, Bryce Jones leads off. Bryce is due. Thinks Bunt, pulls it back, and that's going to be, did he pull it back in time?
Got a base hit bunt on, maybe. Bryce has got some wheels, definitely a
Did not
chance to
pull
beat
it
that
back
out.
in time. I don't know about that. So they said he offered at that. And we're going to go 0-1 for Jones. Dolphins would love to get Bryce on and give Josh and Parker and Wick chances here. It's going to take away and even the count at 1-1. Jones 0 for 3. Been a while since I've said that to the Dolphin center fielder and, left-handed leadoff hitter. He's had a heck of a senior campaign.
He still looks comfortable up at the plate right now.
And he's going to hit it. That's going to get down. Well done, Bryce Jones.
That's a senior coming up clutch for the Dolphins right there.
Great piece of hitting. More Dolphin fans in the outfield who can't contain their excitement. I see D1 and future D1 athlete
Olivia Zetterball
over there imploring the Dolphins to get it done.
They're clearly not aware of the superstitions in
All right,
baseball.
Josh Holland comes up. So here's a situation how we kept it 4-3. They're probably looking to bunt Holland, right? Get that runner in the second.
I
Maybe
could
they're now down 2. We're not probably looking at that. Would love to see Bryce get a bag here and take the double play out of effect.
I can see Josh swinging away at this.
Holland with a strike on him, swings and hits a chopper. It's
That's
going
a
to be a
good
tough play
ball.
for the third baseman. He throws over and he retires Josh Holland. So Holland retired. Good play by the third baseman of Benedictine. We got 1 down, 1 on, and freshman Parker White coming to the plate. Let's get Parker on, let's get Wick on, and let's let the BKS do some damage.
You can probably hear Greg's excitement in the tower now.
I want a blizzard. We need a win for a blizzard. Parker White, freshman, steps in. Left-hander is 1 for 3 on the day. So that's baseball. Josh Holland went 5 for 5 yesterday and 0 for 3 today.
We could definitely afford this umpire moving over one right step.
White takes outside, 1-0 count. Freshman hits a ground ball. First baseman's going to get it, field it, and just flip it to the pitcher. I think he probably would have just gone himself there, but
that was a lot closer than I
down
thought.
Their last out. It's going to come in the form of the laser show. Number 10, Jack Wickham. Love to see the laser come out here.
Let's get Kenny up to the plate.
Yeah, let's get. So Jack's job is to extend this game and give Kenny an opportunity to do the same. So Wickham will come up.
Man on third.
Benedictine an out away from a win. And Wickham's going to take a little cutter kind of dropped in there for a strike on the inside corner. And Lingle is ahead in the count, 0-1. 5-3 Benedictine, 2 down. Wickham hits a ball. Let's see if he's going to get caught.
Looks like it's going to hang up there.
Right fielder comes in and makes the grab, and unfortunately the Dolphins are going to lose this one 5-3. So
we will probably
Dolphins
see.
rallied late. Unfortunately, didn't get it done. And we're going to end today's Saturday broadcast 5-3. Thank you to the Dolphin faithful. If you all still want to get blizzards, you can, but
not on us.
we can't buy them. We're only buying them if we won. So blizzards from Dairy Queen.
On Ed Faubert. Well, we didn't win.
If we won, Ed Faubert was buying all the fans blizzards. You can go get one.
You can go drive and get one.
Buy all the fans blizzards. Dolphin fans would love that.
We can let them all know who are listening.
Sure,
Meet
we'll
Olivia
be
Zetterball.
Now contemplating a blizzard purchase for all Dolphin.
So if you would like a blizzard, please meet Olivia Zetterball at Dairy Queen on First Colonial Road.
All right. That wraps it up from Cape Henry. 5-3 Benedictine win. Congrats to the Cadets. It's a well-played ball game. Dolphins have now played the first and fourth ranked teams in the state. They've played them well. Unfortunately, we did not get a dub in that. We come right back with what's arguably our most important game of the season on Tuesday, home against Greenbrier Christian. A win gives the boys a chance to go up to Stewart Wednesday and clinch the TCIS regular season championship. We'll be here on Tuesday at 4:30. Hope you join us.